settings, but that's gonna be tricky because my voiceover is on.
How do you turn it on?
I don't know.
How do you turn the tablet on?
Oh. Hold on. It'll let you do it without. You'll have to double tap everything.
How do I open the screen? There's words there. You don't have to swipe up or swipe down?
Yeah, usually you just swipe from the bottom.
Okay. Turn it back on. Okay, now do that. Okay. Holy crap, I can't see the screen. How do I go to settings?
That I don't know. I didn't even think that.
The only thing that's your camera is on. That's the only thing that's on.
Oh, here, I can buy it.
So I'm hitting it multiple times. Okay, there we go.
You should only have to hit it twice if you found settings.
Oh, 3 fingers to swipe? Or where are your other...
3 fingers to swipe.
Where are your settings? Wow. I can't see the screen.
Okay, I could probably figure it out. If it's talking to me, I could probably... just make sure my...
Do you know where your settings are? There's no settings tab.
No, I don't know.
Well, I want to help you before I go.
Well, I could probably get it. Let me just see it real quick. So I can, I wish this was louder. I'll figure it out.
I'll be back in an hour or so.
and gentlemen, welcome to today's live stream here at Epcot's World Showcase. I am currently located here in the UK Pavilion, right behind the Fish and Chips restaurant. I'll be sitting here for the better part of about an hour or so as my wife travels around the world with her pin trading. Bear with me, I'm trying to work with my other device to see if I can't activate the YouTube channel onto that so that I could possibly be able to have my tablet read to me any comments that do come in. Today is going to be a little bit of a different approach to some of our other videos. We will be walking briefly around Epcot today to showcase some things, but as you can tell by the title, I am going to kind of discuss about kind of a controversial topic of whether or not Disney has gotten too expensive now more than ever. It's kind of like one of those things where you can take it as you want. Some people will say absolutely. Some people will say that it still probably has a lot of room to go as far as pricing goes. I mean, we haven't reached $200 yet, but I definitely could see $200 admission gates here in the future. And then I'm just gonna kind of talk about my take on it. If it's, I mean, obviously everyone has their own opinions on whether or not it's worth it. It also depends on what you do as far as how you value your Walt Disney World vacation. We have been basically a big part. Disney's been a big part of our life. Roughly, most definitely over the last 12 years since we started our journey with the Disney Company in 2013. I've always had a love for Disney ever since the year that I was born. My first trip was November of '82, and it's just been something that my dad made it a point that I experience as much as I can. So I have a level of appreciation for the theme parks, but even now I can definitely say over the past, 12, 15 years or so, it's just been a big money grab. I've heard a lot of terms of where people are being priced out, and in my opinion, some people will say, well, when they raise something by 50 cents, then you shouldn't have been going in the first place if you're priced out now. But to me, that's more of that's the straw that broke the camel's back. People can only take so much when it comes to these vacations, and when you're treating this as the way that they're treating it, it's just so much of a gimme, gimme, gimme mentality without enough, in my opinion, that's being given back. Granted, Disney has given us a lot of newer things over the past few years, obviously over the last decade, but sometimes the price point doesn't really make sense when they do other things to kind of counterproductive what they've already done. Anybody that knows me knows that I have my feelings towards the Lightning Lane and or the Fast Pass system. I was never a fan of the original Fast Pass system, even when it was included with the price of admission. I'm definitely not a fan of a paid service because I felt as if that's what made Disney unique and different from obviously other theme parks in the area and around the country. Then, of course, when they started to charge for their experiences, then it just kind of felt like, okay, we're just doing what everyone else does. If you can do it, that's fine, but it's just a matter of, do you have to? No. And are they ever going to change that? As long as people pay it, they'll just keep raising it, and they'll find other ways to charge people for it. I'm going to take a quick break while I try to figure out this tablet, but one other thing I'm going to mention too is there's been a couple of things I think that people even forgot about. Some of the benefits that Disney would give for a higher price tag that didn't pan out too well, which asserts my idea that, if we can control everything financially, because if we don't pay for it, then these companies will dismiss it and they'll pretend as if it didn't exist. And that's kind of the key. But when something brand new comes out and they see that people are paying for it and they'll continue to pay for it, then that gives them every reason to play with the numbers and say, well, if they'll pay this, then maybe they'll pay this. And they'll all get to the point where it'll get so expensive where they'll keep it at that price point and then they'll offer the specials. And then that's how they'll get you. They'll always keep the price tag. They'll always keep the admission at a certain price because people will just wait until it's 30% off or 40% off, which, as I've always said when I worked in retail, there's no sense in keeping something for sale. Why don't you just make that the regular price and you won't have to worry about people waiting for that specific time. And I'll probably go into a little bit more about what I've talked about in other videos about the surge of competition that everyone likes to say is happening between Universal Studios and Disney. There's been something that happened that was announced not too long ago in regards to Epic Universe that I'm also going to discuss, because it's funny how every single time Disney does something, it's like, oh, Disney's in trouble. Disney's in financial trouble. They're doing this. And then Universal Studios does kind of the same thing, and no one says anything. I'm not here to be biased. I love both of those companies equally. Universal Studios has played just as much a part in my childhood as Disney has, even though Disney has been longer. I was introduced to Universal Studios at a young age over there in Hollywood. And then, of course, once the one opened here in Florida in 1990, that basically helped me get through the teenage years where I felt as if I was too old for Disney. We'll go to Universal Studios. So I will talk about pretty much all these things here throughout the course of the day. We're also here at Epcot, and of course, if you have been following the channel, then you know that if we are at Epcot, I will be doing the Beverly Challenge. I apologize if there's not going to be a lot to be viewed in today's video. This is specifically just to have a live stream. I'm not really big on walking around the world as much as my wife is. So while she's doing her pin trading for the next hour and a half or so, I'll be sitting right here, holding down a spot, and then we'll probably be enjoying lunch at this actual location here at the Fish and Chips. Its proper name, I believe, is called Yorkshire. Probably one of my favorite quick services, probably one of my all-time favorite quick services in the park, since Regal Eagle over the American Pavilion is only a few years old, and the Mexico Pavilion, I've recently, over the past 8 years, have discovered how much I enjoy the quick service over there as well. So by far, definitely UK's quick service is definitely my all-time favorite here in Epcot. So just give me a few minutes while I try to get this tablet situated. Once again, I am a blind YouTuber. I am trying to navigate as much as I can on my own. I do have a tablet that I have the voiceover on. I'm just trying to get the Wi-Fi activated. It's a little difficult to tell my wife how to do certain things because of the way it's set up. It's just too much for her to learn on the spot. So I'm going to try to do this on my own for the most part. So just, it's like I said, bear with me. If you do leave a comment, I will get to it as soon as I activate the YouTube on this tablet, and I'll try to get into some of the comments as they will hopefully be reading off to me if all goes according to plan, which, if you know our channel, nothing goes according to plan. In the meantime, I know it's not going to be a great view of World Showcase right now because I believe there is a gate in front of me, but I'm hoping that you can at least hear the music a little bit and get a feel. I'm also hoping that the friendship boats should be at least crossing our paths here throughout this time. And if you are here, if you're a faithful viewer, go ahead and like this video. If not, if you're just casually strolling in, try to give us a subscribe. We're trying to get into that algorithm. I'm trying to get some more attention to the channel because we will be trying to get better. As I've said before, we also trying to venture off and do actual videos, as those will be a little bit more easy to control the situation rather than live streaming so much. I do want to dedicate at least a day or two to a live stream in the future. But as of right now, just need as much support as possible, and the best support you can give is a like and a subscribe. Hit that bell notification if you can. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, no obligations other than that. And I will be right back.
Camera. Files. Overview button. Home button. Back button. Double tap to activate. Notification. Light settings. On non-connected Bluetooth switch. On Wi-Fi switch. Double tap to toggle. Wi-Fi signal on. Wi-Fi turn on automatically when you hear a high-quality safe network. On. Connect to open Wi-Fi network using this. Off. On. On non-connected Bluetooth switch. Selected 100%. On. Brightness 40%. Selected 100%. On. Media 100%. Select on. Brightness. Selected 40%. On. Selected 40%. Slider. Swipe up. On. Button. Selected auto rotates. On. Selected screenshot button. Button. Off airplane mode. Off mini mode. Off dark mode. Cast open mode. Off batteries. Off night mode. Switch. Double tap to toggle. Home. Launcher. Select accessibility. Home. Meet. Photo. Chrome. Music. Camera. File. Select accessibility. Home. Meet. Photos. Chrome. Music. Camera. Files. Select speak. Accessibility menu. Home screen 1 of 3. Search button. Google voice search. Canvas. Weather. 10:30. Wednesday. Outlook. No weather. Assistant. Bluetooth. Pandora. Bluetooth. Bluetooth. No connection. Past. Disconnected button. Double. Notifications button. Past. Disconnected button. Bluetooth.
All right. Give that a break for a minute. Go ahead. I'm going to just go ahead and jump into this conversation as I try to still navigate through this tablet. And like I said, the discussion for the most part will be, is Disney getting too expensive? And I am going to say yes. I've actually felt this way for a few years, a number of years actually, because one of the things that I felt was kind of a weird statement. Years ago, I heard a manager say that the average family, now this is probably about 12 years ago, and he said that the average family saves for about 3 years for a 1-week vacation. And to me, that kind of took me, it kind of took me back a little bit, because it never really registered to me, because I've never really gone with a large group of people since the early days, 2001, 2002. And even then, it was like, it doesn't have to be that way, but for some reason it is. And then, of course, looking at the price points that people are paying for some of these luxuries, I guess you could say, it definitely makes sense, because when people are not giving, All Stars or Pop Century resorts even a chance, they're automatically going for the big ones, the moderates, the deluxes, and that does get pricey. And the fact that, these admission gates price points now are, pushing 100, and I think they're at 160, 170, 180. And then the tier pricing, it just seems to be more of a hassle to try to go on a Florida vacation. And yet, even though they're still going, I think that for the most part now, it's, I don't want to say cliche, but it's kind of like the thing to do, because social media, it's like a status symbol to go to Disney, which is fine. I find that great. I love the product. I love coming here. But I too feel that at a certain point, if it wasn't for being a cast member, if it wasn't for being a Florida resident and having that luxury of, knowing that I get a lot of value on a cheaper annual pass, But there's going to get to a point where I'm going to look at this and I'm going to say, I don't want to do this anymore. It's getting it's not that I don't want to do it because it's not fun. I don't want to do it because it's too expensive. And if I can't share that enjoyment with so many other people that don't get to do it, then like, what's really the point? Nowadays, you're seeing a lot of people that are taking it for granted, I guess is the word you would say. Like a lot of the people out here now, they're vlogging their experience because they get to do it, and some people don't. And I don't think that it's fun for them for the most part. Not all of them. I would say some of them. It just seems as if they're just doing it for content. They're not doing it. They don't go to Disney unless Disney invites them, or they don't go to Disney unless there's something new. Whereas me and my wife, we come to Disney just because it's here. Like we were going to do it anyway, so why not? That's one of the reasons why we started to do the YouTube channel a few years back, because it was more like, we're so busy seeing other people do this for content, and we're just like, we do this for fun. We do this because we have a day off. Even when I worked for the company, there was sometimes not a moment that I would not be in the park. I'd be in the park before my shift. I'd be in the park after my shift. When I first started with the company, I literally lived in my car in the parking lot of some of the resorts just to make sure I get to work on time. And it really didn't have anything to do with as far as pay goes. It was just mainly because, why not? I'm already here. There's resources for me to use, so I did it for a short period of time, of course. But now, even still, like I keep hearing people that say, we run into guests all the time that are just like, I've been here in like 20 years, and it's not just because they don't want to. It's just it's so expensive. And if anybody's been on Facebook or any type of groups where people are counting down their vacations, and I just remember, the truest form of what that manager told me years ago would be seeing people that are counting down their vacation like 500 something days. And it just never registered to me that, like, yeah, people wait years to go on their Disney vacation, and it's not because they don't want to go frequently. It's just so expensive. And we recently ran into that situation because we were doing a stay at All-Star, I believe it was All-Star Movies, I think it was. And we already had the stay booked, but we arrived a day early. So we were just like, well, let's see what we can do as far as a rack room rate. And I was kind of astonished because this is a value resort, and a one-night stay to add to our additional vacation was, I believe, like $225 altogether. And to me, it was like, that's insane, because again, being a cast member for so long, we've just always used the discounts, and sometimes those discounts are better than others. I mean, there's sometimes where they'll let a cast member stay there for 50 or 60%. And that'll also come up in another discussion because of the differences between being a cast member now and what it was years ago. But yeah, usually we get pretty good discounts. And to hear that price tag at $225 for a value resort, it almost made me think like, well, I would much rather stay at an Airbnb just outside Disney property, pay probably half that, and have full amenities, everything like that. So that's when it kind of like I started to get that feeling like, Disney is getting too expensive. And you look around, you see, again, all the experiences are good. I'm not throwing shade to anything that people do inside the parks. It is very much worth the wait and the money somewhat, but not as much money as what they're putting out. One of the biggest complaints I've heard lately over the last few years is definitely because of the festivals, it's the price of the food. Obviously, theme park food is always overpriced anyway. You'll never hear me say, well, that's theme park pricing for it. It's like, no, that's just because they know people will pay that because people don't want to leave to go eat cheaper and then come back. That's something that we did. That's something I did. And when I was a kid, my dad, we rarely ever ate inside the parks. We just got in our car, drove off property, got some McDonald's, something cheap on 192, and then we came back. Now it's more of a convenience, and unfortunately that's what people are paying for. But then at the same time, that's what they're taking advantage of, is the fact that it's convenient for you to eat here. So here, have a small assortment of fries, and that'll be $7. Or, it's really hot. No secret. We know you're hot. We know you're going to want to drink. We don't pay much for the Coke, but here Pay $5. Here it is. And the only reason I have a problem with it is because I've been here long enough, and I think that a lot of people have been here long enough to see that difference. Again, who remembers when popcorn was $2.50? And I'm pretty sure there are people who can remember when the popcorn was cheaper. But I could specifically target $2.50 because it wasn't that long ago. I would say not even, I mean, maybe a decade if you want to consider that a long time. But consider the fact that Disney, is now over 54 years old this year. And the fact that 10 years ago is when the price points got super outrageous. And I can completely understand the fact that people say attendance is going down. I absolutely agree. Disney is surely a hit or miss at this point in time, and it's not even. I only say Disney now because that's currently where I'm sitting, is at a Disney park. It is the same thing for Universal Studios, and I've even heard the fact that SeaWorld I believe SeaWorld has some of the most overpriced food, and it's not really great quality food. So it's all around theme parks in general. I'm just specifically talking about Disney because that's currently where I'm at right now. But yeah, it just seems as if it's just a lot of nickel and diming, and you're seeing it more and more and more over the past 10 years, as even though it seems like we were hitting a huge popularity surge during the pandemic, obviously, because we were the only option. Now, since 2023, you can definitely see the give and take of some days are good, some days are bad, sometimes are great to go, sometimes you know when to avoid. Even as far as early back as 2023, I was surprised that was the year that Memorial Day, Labor Day, and the 4th of July all fell on, obviously, a Monday, because Labor Day and Memorial are always on a Monday. I believe the 4th of July was either a Monday or a Tuesday. So that was 3 big prominent holidays that typically you would think is busy, but no, it was not. I believe one year we went to Universal Studios on the 4th of July, and it did not get busy till like 2 o'clock. We had done everything in both parks by 2 o'clock. We were done. So to me, that was more like, okay, like people can say a lot of things on different vlogs, but then you get out here and you're seeing something totally different as far as popularity. Like right now, even though it's early, it's about, let's see, what is it, about maybe 10:30, give or take. It didn't seem too busy here at Epcot. As you can tell, I'm sitting in a very quiet space right now. The only thing that you hear, other than the sirens in the distance, is the music, the ambient music here in the UK Pavilion. The only person that's been around me other than my wife in the past 30 minutes has been a cast member who is just kind of routinely just walking around, cleaning the area, getting it ready. No, the quick service is not open yet, but it should be pretty soon. And the fact that there has not been a lot of crowd noises or traffic, which says a lot, because even still, I'd always be able to hear a crowd chatter of some sort. We already did pretty much a good lap around the park before we got to this point. Again, not that many people. Didn't seem like a huge surge of people around the park. Definitely when we got here, because we did get here during park opening, so that's the initial push right there. But it doesn't seem to be as busy as it's always been, and I sometimes think it's the price point. Many people have already had their fair share of Disney. Of course, the pandemic was a good thing for that. At one point, Florida was the only option people had, so there would be people that would take all their vacations to Florida because that was it. And then doing that for 2 years, now people are venturing out, they're doing other things. And as popular as Disney is, it's not a hot commodity for a lot of people. I sometimes have to remember that, not everybody is a huge fan of Disney, which is also fine. We get new people that come every single day, it seems. But then some people are just it was kind of like, okay, that was the thing, that was our bucket list. We did it, and we don't have to do it again. So. But yes, the price points, I would say, is a big factor to that. We were pricing out some staycations that we have been wanting to do for a little bit of time, and we do have a good opportunity to do it this summer. But then, like, my wife reads off some of the prices, and to me, it's just like, these aren't places that I would typically have stayed anyway, but it's just amazing that even at a discount, these rooms or these hotel resorts are just still so expensive. And I always think to myself, there's so many more things that we could be doing with our money rather than, one of the resorts we looked at, I'm not going to say the resort, but one of the resorts we looked at was for one night. It was $998 a night. I don't know what they're doing in those rooms. I mean, for $1,000 a night, I should be having like a limo picking me up to taking me across the street to the Magic Kingdom. I mean, that's just too much money for a one night stay or per night stay, especially when if you look at the hotel industry, typically that stay starts at 3 o'clock and ends by 11. So you're not even getting a full 24 hours of the resort. The amenities, yes, but the room itself, it's limited access, and you're paying $1,000 a night for that. There's so many different places. Like, I mean, $1,000 for that resort is easily, you know, that's probably like a whole week at Pop Century, which is just as good as a resort as any. So it just amazes me because one thing that I remember as a kid, my dad used to always say, because there would always be this thing out there, and it would be like 50% off. And no matter what, my dad would say, oh, it's 50% off, and it's probably expensive. What's 50% off of expensive? Still expensive. And that's just kind of been my thing. I've always thought of over the years. It's like, oh, well, you know, it's like, it's 50% off, so it's probably expensive, and that's why they can afford to get 50% off. Because either way it goes, they're still getting a profit. So then even with Disney giving us great discounts, and I still look at that price point, I mean, I think that this particular room with a cast member discount, which was probably like 50%, it was still $900 a night. And I'm just like, so full price is $1,800? I don't know. Again, I don't know what's going on in those rooms. I don't know if you get a gold bar. I don't know if you have extreme, you know, room service when it comes. Like, there's just no way. Especially when, again, there's so many different places I could spend that $1,000 and get so much more bang for my buck. It just amazes me. And again, like me, I don't have to pay it. I will not pay it. I just don't understand the notion that, you know, people will complain about the prices going up and up and up, but then you'll have so many people that just continuously pay it. And that's kind of how our economy works. It's like, if you pay it, they will raise it. If it's convenient, they'll charge you more. If it's something that you really want, you'll pay for it. It doesn't have to be that way. And like I said, I'm going to briefly talk about a couple of things that Disney did try to capitalize on that were great ideas. I'm not doubting that these were great ideas. I just think that they were poorly planned, poorly placed, and poorly priced, basically. The first thing I'm going to talk about is, I don't know if many people remember this. This was probably around 2016 to 2018. They attempted a private bus service. And I can't remember what the bus service was. I don't know if anybody even remember at this point in time, but it was a private bus service that would carry you from one park directly to the other, but like backstage. So this wasn't just like picking you up from the traditional bus stop. It would be picking you up from a backstage area to take you to another park in their backstage area, and you're just automatically in the action. No walking through the turnstiles, no walking through massive crowds to begin the park. You're just right there at the front, or right there in the midst of the action. It didn't last very long. And I remember because by the time I started working at Epcot overnights in 2017, it was already pretty much not popular. It just seemed like a waste of a resource because, you know, again, you have to, that's a bus that's taken out of service. That's a bus driver that's working by the hour for a service that no one is paying for. And it was very short-lived. It didn't get it had a great response for people that loved it, but again, some of those people, it's just like it's for a selected few, and that's personally why it didn't last. It didn't seem like it made a lot of sense. It was pretty. I can't remember the price tag exactly, but it was like per person. I think like a family of 4 was like over $200, and to me, it was just like, again, it's like over $200 just to have a bus that takes you to a backstage area that they will rush you through, because you can't be, you know, guests cannot be backstage. This isn't like a backstage tour scenario. They're putting you in a specific position and they're escorting you straight out into the park. It's kind of a waste of service. That didn't last long. The other service, if anybody remembers, I believe it was only at the Magic Kingdom, and I don't even think it lasted about 6 months. They offered cabanas in the back of Tomorrowland at the Magic Kingdom, right over there by, I believe, Space Mountain and the restrooms that are in the area. And basically like a regular cabana, offered you fridge. I believe it had charging services like for your devices. I think there was a TV in there. But again, very pricey. I think it was upwards of like $400 to have the cabana for, I don't know if it was the entire day or just a few hours. But it was like, like again, it's like, I understand that Disney will do things just to test the waters, maybe for future projects elsewhere. But Cabanas in the Magic Kingdom in the back of Tomorrowland, where people are going to be trying to get as much done as possible, it just seemed like a waste of money. Even though people bought it, I would say shame on the person who bought it, and shame on Disney for actually going through with it. Just a pointless cash grab to me. But both those things didn't last long at all. They don't even talk about it. I'm probably the only person that will bring it up in conversation, just because of how ridiculous that it was. And they also bring me to the things that are too expensive now. And I can always say this: Disney can always tweak some things and make things seem like they're worth the money. But I'm still kind of looking at it as it shouldn't cost this much anyway. And I think it's going to be Lightning Lane. If you don't know, Lightning Lane is a service that is now previously known as FastPass. It is now a paid service. And there are two versions of the Lightning Lane. There is the original Lightning Lane service where you pay a set price per park, and you are allowed to choose most of the attractions inside the park, and you can bypass the line by picking a return time for said attraction. And in response to that, there's also a few attractions that are individual Lightning Lanes, which complicates a lot of things for people who don't come often or people who do come often. Then on top of that, there is a Premier Lightning Lane service, which has a very high price tag, and it is individually priced for each individual park during certain times of the year. Some will be higher, some will be lower. And that gives you access to every attraction in that theme park once per day. So for instance, with the Magic Kingdom, I believe there are about 20 attractions that have that Lightning Lane service available. So if you think about it, I think don't quote me on this, but I think it's about $400 at one point for the Magic Kingdom's pass. So you're looking at about $20 per attraction to bypass for the day. And a lot of the attractions are not worth it. So then you're kind of just giving Disney money for no reason whatsoever, just because you don't want to stand in a 20-minute wait. I didn't get so. That's my biggest grief with the Lightning Lane, the Premier Lightning Lane, especially because of how much they put that price tag on. And I know that they'll keep the price where it is, and then they'll just offer you a little bit better of an incentive as time goes on. What those incentives will be, who knows? Maybe they'll have it to where it's like, oh, if you pay this, then you can get these other attractions as well, or maybe multiple Lightning Lanes throughout the day rather than just once per day, depending on the ride. But it all goes back to Disney just being too expensive. Like for instance, I do enjoy eating at a lot of places around Disney property, but every once in a while we start to second guess it. If you were with our video yesterday, we went to the Magic Kingdom, and I don't normally do this, but we just brought sandwiches. I had a regular salami sandwich right there, sitting right in front of. I think we were sitting in front of Sleepy Hollow, somewhere in the area, and that was lunch. I would love to eat at Disney all the time. I just can't justify paying that price point all the time. And again, like I said, I do get it. There are some people who don't come here often. That's the target audience. They want to, if you want to pay $15, $16 for a foot-long hot dog and $5 or $6 for a soda that's more ice than drink, okay then, because they know you may not ever come back. So we'll get you right then and there. Whereas annual pass holders, granted, there are some people who just throw their money out the window. But it just seems so ridiculous for us to pay, $16, $17 for a hot dog and a drink. That's probably going to be $22 after it's all said and done. And then it's not even that enjoyable. So I can agree with a lot of people when they say Disney's getting too expensive. I can't get behind people that say, again, like some of the recent changes to Disney's prices have been 35, 50 cents, $1, small increments. And people will say, well, then, if that was too much, for you, then you shouldn't be going in the first place. But again, like, I think that some people don't realize it's not just the 50 cents, it's the $3 or $4 over the last 2 or 3 years on top of the 50 cents. It's like how I said earlier, the proverbial straw that broke the camel's back. It's like you're still putting straw on the camel. It's just it can only take so much. That's just kind of how it is now. It's like it's not the price point now that's making people say no. It's the fact that we're tired of saying it. We're tired of, 2012, I bought an annual pass to Disney, and the admission ticket for the Magic Kingdom was $89. I remember that distinctly because that's when I first bought an annual pass to Disney. It was $89, so about $93, $94 with tax. That started my annual pass. That was the same day as a one-day ticket. Now you're looking at these people paying close to $200, and it's only been 13 years. It's amazing how the first 40 years, the price tag went from literally like $10. And I remember it being $60 for adults in the early 2000s. $60, $70 for adults in the 2000s. So then from, let's say, 2002 to 2000 and I'm going to go ahead and say 2015, it only went up $10. But then from 2015 to 2025, it's probably gone up at least $60, $70 in some cases. And then that leads me to the tiered pricing. I have a big problem with tiered pricing because now I feel as if you're taking advantage of the fact that most people choose to go on vacation during specific times of the year, and you want to get all their money right then and there rather than it just being across the board. I don't really know exactly when the tiered pricing is, but I can definitely say like Christmas time, top tier. And that's simply because they know people will take advantage of going on vacation. Kids are out of school, people get out of work, but instead of enjoying their vacation, it ends up being so much more of a hassle. And I always hear people, how they always say they go on vacation and then they come back from their vacation to Disney and they have to work twice as hard to make that money back. Again, I'm never going to jump on one side or the other. It's not a shame on one. It's shame on both of them. Shame on people for paying so much for their Disney vacations, and shame on Disney for just saying, yeah, this is what you're going to pay, whether you like it or not. It doesn't have to be this way, and I think it sickens me a little bit because of the fact that I've been a huge fan of Disney, and the fact that some people cannot stand it just because of how expensive it is. They can't stand it because they pay so much money and their vacation wasn't anything like they thought. I mean, some people do not get what they paid for when they stay at these lavish hotels. It's great. Like, yeah, you stay at the Polynesian, and you're like, oh, I love it here. It's a great resort. But then, like, the biggest amenity is the monorail that some people don't even get to ride because it's just jam-packed, because they pick up from the Contemporary first, then they stop at the Ticket and Transportation Center where people will sometimes get on the monorail from there. By the time you get to the Polynesian, by the time you get to Grand Floridian, it's packed. And people cannot get on the monorail. And now, it's nice that they get to walk now, but sometimes that monorail ride is it's like that's the big reason why some people want to go on their Disney vacation, not just for the theme parks, but because you see that monorail on that commercial and you want to ride that, and it's denied because the monorail's packed. So then it's like that can ruin a vacation. Or people that spend all their money going on their vacation and then they can't get on the rides because the rides aren't available. Rides break down, or Lightning Lanes isn't available, and the wait time is 2.5 hours, or whatever the case might be. Dining reservations, that was a big one when I first started with the company. People would pay all this money and they only want to eat at this specific restaurant, and no one told them that they had to make a reservation like 180 days in advance. Who knows? Like, I don't even know what I want to do in the next 6 months, yet alone where I want to eat. So it just became such an eye-opening experience as I worked for the company, and I start to see the price increase and the people that it's just the fatigue of, one, trying to book the Disney vacation, two, trying to go on the Disney vacation, and then having a good time at that Disney vacation, because the smallest of things can just alter the entire trip. And we know firsthand because we come here so often, and we don't have a plan, we don't ever have an agenda, but it just still amazes me that the smallest of things just can ruin the entire day. Any luck?
Yeah, a little bit.
Came to a standstill on my progress here.
Oh, I don't know what you just said, but FastPass said what?
I know I said a lot.
Okay.
I've been chatting about how expensive it is, so.
Okay, do you want me to go get our food now?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay. I might go ahead and get a drink too.
So do you need my wallet? You want to pay cash or you
Yeah, I
want to
want
do
to
it?
do cash. Christian is here. He says, amazing stream. Thank you.
Thank you. I think you should say that'd be nice. It's been a lot of silence because for, I would say, the last 10 minutes I was trying to get the Wi-Fi to go through
On your
on my tablet.
tablet.
Because I can't turn the, what's that, if I could turn the voiceover off. I can't remember how to turn it on.
Oh, I don't know. Monique, hello.
Hey, Monique.
We're good. How are you?
Yeah, we're just enjoying Epcot right now. My wife has been pin trading for, what time is it? About,
It is 11:05 and
yeah.
yeah. So, okay. Yeah, Christian said, right? Unless, yeah, because it's just now starting the conversation.
Okay.
Did any fireworks show happening? Christian said no fireworks show.
No fireworks here at Epcot.
Monique says I've been fine. That's good. I'm gonna go get us some food.
Yeah, I've just been sitting here enjoying this scenic area. I know it's probably just a rail for the most part, but the friendship boats just started not that long ago, so that's exciting for me. I just love sitting out here and getting in the ambiance. I know you can probably hear the music off to my left-hand side. I was just kind of ranting about how expensive Disney has gotten over the years. So if you want to chime in on that, hopefully, so the whole big reason too is my wife's pin trading today, as usual. And I'm just going to be chilling out in certain spots just to keep out from the sun, just for the sake of the live stream, because I actually do like live streaming. And I'm actually trying to connect I brought my tablet today. It's just a little cheap tablet that I got, nothing fancy. But I'm trying to see if I can get it connected to the YouTube so that maybe it can read some of the chats so I don't have to wait on her to read the chats to me. I'm just having a little difficulty because the Wi-Fi is connected, but it won't let me on, and it's hard to navigate because I don't really do too much on this tablet except for Pandora. And usually it's already connected because it's connected to the Wi-Fi at the home, so I've never had to take the time to set up the Wi-Fi any other time. So, but yeah, other than that, this will probably be, I'm not sure. We might try to live stream on Friday. No promises, no guarantees. I'm just trying to get into some sort of rhythm with the YouTube channel. As I've said before, we do want to make some regular videos, and I will probably be just like any live streams. I want to just focus on getting like in the park and just getting somewhere where it's nice and secluded. And like I said, once I get this tablet thing going, I just want to sit down, chit chat about Disney or anything in general. Pretty much today's topic was, is it expensive to go to Disney? I just kind of went on rambling about that for a little bit of time. I don't know how many people were tuning in initially. And I specifically targeted Disney just because that's where we're sitting, but I think it can apply to all the theme parks. I do want to also talk about this controversial statement that people always seem to have. It's like this debate on, is Disney competing with Universal, and is Universal Studios competing with Disney, and is one of them afraid of the other one? And like I said, it's like, no, I think that they're two totally different markets. As I've said before, my wife is not a huge fan of Universal Studios. She can appreciate it, but I think if you were to tell her that you can win you can either go to Disney or you can go to Universal Studios, she's going to go to Disney regardless. And I think and that's fine. It's just that's the target audience that she is, and that's the target audience that Disney wants, and Universal Studios has something totally different. The reason I bring that up too is because recently Universal Studios announced that they are going to be having one-day preview tickets available for Epic Universe, and I find that very interesting because you're still about, we're still about 22, 23 days away from the opening day of Epic Universe. I really just felt as if they would just make all the regular guests wait till opening day. I mean, if it was anything else, it would be understandable to have a soft opening if it was something brand new inside the existing parks. But the fact that it's a brand new park, I just find that interesting that they're already allowing for regular day guests to just buy a one-day preview ticket before the park opens. Oh, it's fast. There must be nobody in line.
No. Well, they just opened at 11.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Though. It's like because it's been fairly quiet. Like I said earlier, the only person that's been here other than you is
Yeah.
the Casper. They're just
Yeah.
making their
It's,
rounds.
very quiet today.
So we got some fresh fish.
Oh my goodness gracious. This is the bigger piece of fish.
Okay.
I got you tartar sauce.
Tartar sauce. What am I doing that?
Well, she said, do you want tartar sauce? And I panicked and I was like, oh, sure, I'll take one.
Oh, of all the times you want to ask for sauce,
Shut your mouth.
Not Taco Bell. Tartar. No,
Do you like some sauce? Nah. Oh boy. I'll show you my food.
Put this down for now. So I figure that out.
I don't know. This is, yes, it is. It looks so good. But as we've complained in the past,
Yes.
there used to be 2 pieces of fish
Yes.
before COVID.
Yes. That's
Um,
part of the nickel and diming that I was also referencing too. How, you know, Disney will overcharge you for everything, and then they take things away that you already paid
No,
for.
don't be silly.
Oh yeah.
They're not out for your money.
No. What does Homer say on The Simpsons? Right? A theme park won't kill you as long as you have a dime in your pocket.
That's right. But I will say that I can see all on the inside of this fish. I see no fish. It's only the breading.
Yeah.
It's hollow inside. So I got some fish breading today for $13.50.
Oh, it's 13. Okay. Well, I mean, hey.
And I got a soda. It's called Business Charles. That's what Fast Pass said. Get it together.
It's but only in America is that a bit.
I answered a trivia question by myself. And
Oh.
when I say I answered it, I meant with 100 hints from her.
Oh,
Would you like,
what was the question?
first of all, calm down. Would you like some salt or vinegar?
Yes, lay it on me. You just drizzle all over the whole thing.
Okay, this was the question.
Okay.
Now, I'm not good at trivia, okay? I already said it 100 times. I'm not good at it. Name 5 movies set in the UK. And I know you're gonna pop off with all your answers.
No, not necessarily. I gotta think about it because I have to remember too. This is Disney, so I'm definitely gonna say
First of all, I got one right off the bat, okay? I got one right off the bat.
go with one.
Well, you say them first and I'll tell you which one.
Well, which one did you get off right on?
Alice.
Okay. I would say Mary Poppins. That would be my first one, Mary Poppins.
Yeah, I didn't get that one
Mary
without.
Poppins.
I had a... Okay, well,
Let's see,
only
Mary
2 of them are
Poppins,
princess movies.
Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland. And it takes place in London?
Yeah, in the UK, yeah.
In the UK?
Yeah.
101 Dalmatians?
Yep.
Okay.
You want this vinegar on your fish?
Yes, please. Gee, I'm trying to think of accents now at this point. 101 Dalmatians. Lovely.
There's more vinegar if you want it, but...
Drawing a blank. If anybody wants
I know.
to say it all, I'm gonna
What's
be mad
happening?
too because. Oh no, is that French? Lady and the Tramp.
Nope. Well,
Well, no.
I don't know
because-
that
no,
she
he
said
was-
the 5. She just said name 5.
Oh, name 5. Okay, well,
So I suppose maybe there were more.
I second guessed Lady and the Tramp because they went to an Italian restaurant. So
Oh,
oh, that is a big piece.
I know. Yours actually has...
Oh, what? Are you sure you don't want a piece of this? Because this feels like.
Mine's completely hollow.
Yeah, you sure? Because this, I mean.
Hold on, I'm
you
gonna
want a
break
piece of
mine
mine?
open and see. Let me see.
I mean, I would say it's hollow here, but this is heavy. Can you feel this?
No, that's okay. Go ahead.
I mean, this thing is huge. I mean, I'm gonna eat it.
If nothing else, I might eat my whole thing. Yeah, it's like I know, but can you see like how much is just
Hold on.
like air filled in there?
Wait a minute. So you took a piece off of this?
No,
They gave you 2 pieces, or did you order 2?
I got us each
Oh,
one.
okay.
It's only 1 piece of fish now, so
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like this is. mean, this feels like 2 or 3 pieces all at once. I'm sorry, I thought we were splitting one. That's why I told you just cover mine. I thought I told you put the salt and vinegar on there because I'm like,
Well, you can't hardly split this anymore.
no.
That's
I
a
mean-
shame. It's all it's all breading.
mean,
Mine
not-
is. His isn't so much. Go ahead.
Not
Sorry.
with me though. You can't split anything with me.
Well, not one
mean-
piece of fish.
Well, in general, because like we do make it work sometimes, but there's other times I'm just like, there's only been Regal Eagle is the only place that I would say I'm pretty satisfied because I get the extra fries on the side.
Yeah,
But now they don't have those fries.
I know.
So now I'm just like, well, I might need another meal.
His fish is like a whole piece of fish. Let me see. Let me show him. His is like actual fish. His is pretty full. It's like heavy too.
Yeah, that's what I said.
You scored.
That's what I said. Like, if you even lifted mine, it's like you would think.
Yeah.
And that's after eating half of it.
I mean, it's good. It's drenched in vinegar, which I love.
Now, here's another weird thing about me too. I didn't realize how weird this is too. There are so many items that I can eat just dry, like no condiments, no nothing. And I find that weird now because I don't normally eat French fries with ketchup. But every once in a while, like I'll eat your leftover fries and you have ketchup all over it.
No,
Sometimes you do. Sometimes,
never in my
No?
life. I'm a
Okay.
dipper.
Well, then somewhere
Oh,
I
I
had
never put
somebody's
stuff-
fries and it was ketchup all over the fries.
Your kids.
And I'm just like, huh, that actually is pretty good. I forget how good ketchup is on fries because I don't normally do it.
I never do it.
And that might be what it is too, because when I was a kid, I would say I was a dipper, but because of the way I eat, it's like tunnel vision. I don't see anything else on my plate except for when I eat. So then I'm like, oh, was this dipping sauce for me? Like, yeah. Oh, okay, sorry, missed it.
I love to dip, and I also like to drink. What is so bizarre to me is people who don't have a drink when they eat. And also, not just that, people who drink hot coffee when they eat. What in the world?
No. The biggest thing about me is the reason I don't usually drink while I'm eating. I grew up and my dad was like, "You're not getting anything else to drink, so that's gotta last you your entire meal." So then I would eat all my food and then drink all my drink afterwards because I'd be afraid of eating and I drink all my drink and then I have nothing else to drink because I actually drank it all before I finished my food. My dad would not pour me anything else.
I don't know, but I don't know how it was when I was a kid, but now I am a heavy drinker. I love to drink.
I would definitely say, like, because of all these people that make these food movie or videos where they're just gorging on food, I was like, I missed my calling. I should have been doing that. Forget this Disney content.
Yeah,
Let's just see how many gallons of lemonade I can drink from Publix.
that's probably right. I'm gonna sit my fish in your plate. Don't touch it. I gotta put salt on my fries.
Oh, okay.
Don't even look at it.
It's a good thing you said that. I can't even see it.
I thought of a bunch of jokes. I can't text you when you have the live stream going. It
No.
really aggravates me because I'm like, oh man, I want to tell him this. I was gonna text you when I was across the water and say, hey, can you see me?
I probably could have heard you though.
What?
It's like, oh, if you listen off to the distance, it's my wife over there.
She's over there cackling with somebody. I do laugh loud. I don't talk loud. Well, I kind of talk loud.
Well, it's
It
not that you-
carries.
you don't talk loud. It carries. So when
I
like
laugh loud.
it comes out of your mouth quietly, but by the time it gets to us, it's just like, wow.
How does that even happen?
I don't know. It's like an echo. You know, how, like in the movies, they're like, hello, hello, and then they echo back, hello, like even louder. It's like, where's the at?
I got us a Fanta.
Oh,
I was been drinking it though, hiding it from you. Hold on.
I will say that because how heavy that fish was, that actually makes up for the price. Because even though it was only one piece, it felt like two.
Almost choked on that fry.
However, I am mad that this soda is probably $5.
For something. I did tell her easy ice though.
Which she did. Happy she did that, but still. This will probably been like $1.
If even.
It's probably not even 20 ounces.
Hey Robert, how are you?
Robert, welcome back to the channel. Today, kind of like what we've been doing, I'm just gonna be kind of like parking it and chatting it up. Are we gonna be leaving this location, or are you gonna make another round by yourself?
I was thinking about going back up to the front now. Do you want to stay here, or do you want to be parked at the front of the park? But if you go to the front of the park, you have to hold the camera.
I don't know. Let's see what the people say. Would you rather me sit here for another length of stay, or should I go to the front of the park? I don't mind holding the camera, so don't let that change your decision. But we could probably get parked up by Spaceship Earth, which is more of a viewing point. I have not mentioned this though. Since this is Epcot, I will honor the Beverly Challenge if we do get to 10 likes by the end of this live stream.
We're at 3. You guys have till 1 o'clock.
Ooh.
Let me write that. They may not even care where you're parked. They might just be here to listen to you run your mouth.
Maybe I'll sing a song every once in a while.
Oh,
As the friendship boat glides across, hopefully in your view. Once again, I know you're probably just looking at the majority of the rail, but you get the idea. You see it better than I can.
the music is good. I'm sorry, but Epcot's music, background music in the front. I'm sorry, I am not liking it. I
Oh.
just do not like it.
It's growing on me, but at the same time too, I was never a big fan of the last cycle because I was old school Epcot. Like when we were at Magic Kingdom yesterday and we were in Star Traders, the music playing in Star Traders, that's the Tomorrowland that I remember. So then it's like, I don't want. Ugh, I hope that was a fry. It's- This music always makes me think of Robin of Locksley.
Of what?
Robin of Locksley. Robin Hood. Oh, well, that movie would have been in the UK.
Oh, we didn't finish the answer.
Oh, sure.
Which ones did you get?
Well, I said 101 Dalmatians, Mary Poppins, Alice in Wonderland.
Yep.
I'm gonna say Robin Hood.
That wasn't one of the ones she gave me.
Oh, UK. Peter Pan.
Yep. There's the princess one.
Oh, Brave. Oh yeah, okay.
I did actually get that one on my own. There you go.
And just like always, I'm disappointed
There you
when
go.
my food is gone.
No, we haven't met John yet.
No. We miss him.
I've seen him.
We miss him by a few minutes. We're more than likely to miss him today because we'll be out of here by 1:30. And he starts streaming at 2. I don't know where he'll be though. I mean, to be honest, we've never formally met any other vloggers. We've seen them, we've walked past them, but
What's wrong?
that last piece of fish was very fishy.
Oh,
It almost tastes like the tail, like the straight tail.
the rest is yours. I'm sorry. I'm so thirsty.
Oh, there's much left to go.
Do you need a napkin?
No, it should be good.
No.
But while you're here, let me see if I can fiddle with this tablet real quick.
Oh, okay.
See if I care where we sit. Do they chime in or no?
No.
The other problem I'm having is I can't turn my. Alright. What's it say on there right now? The menu?
Connect to the internet.
Alright, key.
It's loading
Okay.
something.
The other problem is I can't turn up the audio on this,
Oh.
so I can't hear the voice.
Let me see. Let me see what it looks like. Yeah, it just wants to keep turning. I don't know how to.
Is it on YouTube?
I can see the YouTube logo up in the upper left-hand corner, but it wants to connect to the internet. I don't know how to do it. I can't find your settings.
What'd that do?
How can your screen be so low?
I don't know.
That's something you were watching on YouTube or something. Are we checking out merch? Probably not today, but I bet I should have done that yesterday at Magic Kingdom.
Okay. The only problem I have with these voiceover things, because it wants me to swipe to do something, but then swiping also rotates like where what I'm on. Can't see it.
Do you plan on sitting here or moving up front?
I guess I could go up to the front. Just really wish I could find my settings here.
Now, what are you trying to do on your tablet?
Well, I'm really just trying to get the settings for the Wi-Fi. Because if I can get the Wi-Fi on, then I could just jump on to YouTube and get to our channel and read the chats.
Can we swipe over on the home screen or no?
You should be able to, but it's like I can't remember if it's. Let me see.
I'm using 3 and I'm using 2.
Okay, when you do 2, hold it down and
Yeah.
then swipe it.
Nope. That didn't work.
It did one time. Let's see what it works.
Nope. That did not work. Nope. Nope. Nope.
I don't understand. It just did it to me the other day. Did that do anything there?
Yes, but where the heck are your settings?
Don't know.
Oh, there's one. Okay. Hit it, push it down,
Double
and go.
text. Or did you find the settings?
To go over to the next screen.
Oh, you just sit and then just swipe.
It doesn't work. I am doing it.
Are your hands wet?
No. It wasn't doing it for you all ago either.
Well, because I heard it say 2 of 3.
Is that 3 of 3?
That's 3 of 3.
Okay. Your settings aren't on that either. What about these 3 little dots down here?
I don't know. Double tap it.
It just says connect to the internet, but and then it just spins. I don't know where to go
Can
to
you
connect.
can you double tap on the connect to the internet thing, or is that the Wi-Fi? Turn the Wi-Fi off and on.
It doesn't do anything when I double click it.
Can you do Chrome? Can you find like a Chrome on there?
Oh yes, there he is. He's run by the
Yes.
All right, double tap that,
Uh-huh.
and then see if it'll take you to Disney's page. Or is there a home tab on Chrome, or somewhere to refresh the page? Because it automatically should send you to Disney's website, so I can connect to the Wi-Fi there.
Continue as you.
I guess, yeah.
Okay, it's on Google.
Mm-hmm.
Will it It's never picked. It's never been connected to Disney's Wi-Fi, right? So
No.
it won't do it on its own.
No.
It's just on Google.
Did it refresh anything?
Well, what do you mean?
Like just like refresh the thing, because it like usually it automatically takes you to Disney's site to sign in for the Wi-Fi from there.
Oh no. No, it doesn't automatically come up.
Can you type in? Just try to go to some website.
Oh, I found your settings. Where's the internet though? It's not on there.
Because I think the Wi-Fi is already on. So yeah, it goes back to. There should have been a way when you go onto the internet, it should take you right to Disney's
It doesn't though.
website.
It's just I went to Safari or Chrome or whatever, and it goes straight to Google.
Can you? But that's what I'm saying. So when it's at Google, can you like pretend like you're just wanting to go to a website? Just click on something and go to the website.
Oh, trending searches. Thought this was your search history.
Oh, what was it?
The Twilight Saga. I'm like, oh, you twihard.
Never that.
Oh man, what do I gotta go to?
Just pick one. I mean, that's what it is. Once it starts to load, it should automatically. I thought it automatically.
Dollar General is the first thing that came up.
Okay.
Okay, no internet.
Okay.
Okay, but where do I go to connect to the internet, babe?
Well, then I don't know. If it's not taking you directly to Disney's
It doesn't.
login.
Turn off airplane mode, turn on Wi-Fi. Okay, that's what I want to do, but I can't do it from this page.
Oh, I thought my Wi-Fi was already on.
I don't know, I can't find it.
Well, I never turned it off.
Okay, if you know how to get to your Wi-Fi, that's where I need to go.
Well, that's where I don't know because I've.
Oh, that's what I'm looking for.
Oh,
So if I try to go to a website, it just says no internet.
yeah,
Okay.
but I. Okay, so when you went, however you went to settings, there was no Wi-Fi setting there.
No. Okay, so I'm at. Oh, that's not even. Mm-mm. No, under settings or advanced maybe?
No, let me see. Is it on the regular settings menu?
I have no idea. I just found a settings menu. All right, do you want to keep moving or?
Hold on. What is this?
We're trying to figure out Charles's TLC tablet. But he has the I don't know what it's called. Like where
Voiceover.
the voiceover so that the tablet talks to him. But it's very hard for me to use it because you have to like tap and then double tap things. And then you have to like use 3 fingers sometimes or use 2 fingers sometimes. I'm like, I don't know how to use this thing.
I'm just kind of mad that I just didn't get an iPad.
I can't figure out how to just connect it to the Wi-Fi.
Oh, this is the Chrome settings. That's why it's unaware.
Oh, I thought that's what you told me to go to.
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I meant like go to Chrome and see if you could search for something. Because usually when you search for something, it tries to load a website.
Yeah.
It goes straight to Disney's website so that you can
It
log
did
into
try
the
to
Wi-Fi.
load a website, but it did not go to the Wi-Fi
Oh.
website. I'm gonna
Well,
punch you
yeah,
in the face.
you don't. Yeah, instead of so the Disney website, the Wi-Fi is on. When you go searching for a channel, usually when you're on Disney property, it'll automatically send you to Disney's website because then you have to log in to activate the Wi-Fi.
Right.
That's just from the website. So that's why I'm confused as to why I don't need the settings. So I think the Wi-Fi is on.
Okay, but I need to figure out where to go into the Wi-Fi so that I can connect to Disney's. Because trying to bring up a website did not bring up the Wi-Fi thing.
I know. It's already. I think it's already connected to Disney's Wi-Fi, but it needs you to go into Disney's website to log in to the Wi-Fi on Disney's website.
I'm gonna kill myself. No, we didn't see Janelle. Is she at Epcot today?
Is she here today?
That's what I just asked. I think Charles and I spend too much time together.
Well, I'm easy to get along with.
Oh, you hear that? He's blaming it all on me.
I don't even know what the heck this is. All right, we can just walk up to the front. Or I mean, I don't mind. I don't mind if I stay here.
I don't mind either, whatever you want to do. Or do you want to walk with me for a little bit and then we'll come back? Or
Yeah, I can do that.
then they can have a little bit of variety?
As long as we're not grounding them for too many minutes.
What?
As long as we're not grounding them for too
No,
many.
that's okay. I mean, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay if we ground you. I won't do that today. I mean, I might, but I'll try not to.
Alright, everything.
And the test track.
I'm back here behind you.
Should we take this cup?
I already have everything, babe. I already have everything. Okay. Do you want to keep your cup?
If we happen to walk past legal, yeah. If not, we don't have to.
Okay. So I thought you were just going to here. Take the cup.
just here
Okay.
for the
Hold
ride.
your. Keep going. Okay. I was just getting ready to say you don't have to go around World Showcase with me.
Oh, okay.
That's not what I meant earlier, but you
Okay.
can if you want
No,
to.
I don't use this cup in if I.
Okay. Are you sure?
I'd rather not, because I'm not gonna.
Okay. I just meant, did you want to walk up front with me and then come back?
Oh yeah. I can
Okay.
do that.
Here you go.
Let me get myself situated here. right.
Oh,
And we are moving
gonna
on.
kill each other because we spend so much time together?
No, you're actually gonna kill me. I don't. Like I said, I'm very easy. I'm very easygoing.
Don't step on the lizard. Don't act like I'm not easygoing. Don't you put that on
I'm
Ricky Bobby.
easy as Sunday morning.
Easy as sunshine.
You're more 5 o'clock somewhere.
Oh, says the person who already said that today.
Yeah. Like we saw a lady enjoying a glass of champagne at 10 a.m. Not even mad at her.
I was like, yeah, I get it. Not bad.
Would it be too offensive if I started making accents based off the country that we were in?
I don't know what the rules are.
Oh yeah, my channel, my rules.
Oh, okay.
Hello, Governor. Welcome to jolly old England. No offense to any of our UK friends that may ever be out there.
Hey,
Yeah.
I am British,
Yeah, there you go.
so
Yeah, again, it's going on noon,
11:40.
11:40. So yeah, doesn't seem to be entirely too busy for the most part. I mean, it's still somewhat early. I mean, most people are just now kind of getting to Epcot around 11. That's usually when all the festival booths are fully operational. And the first thing everyone wants to do is eat lunch.
Yeah. Gotta have some good eats. That's what they're known for, eating and drinking.
Yeah. That's the best things about life. I just want to eat and drink. I'm actually thinking about doing some food challenges in the future. Probably a different channel. I don't know. I mean, you know, it's kind of like too, like, do we keep this channel specifically for the Disney content, or do we branch off?
I don't know, but this is, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt
Yeah,
you,
go
but
ahead.
this is what one lady said on TikTok one day. She said, stop trying to have a niche,
Yeah.
do all the things, and then you see which one takes
Yeah,
off, which
yeah.
is brilliant.
And
Because just because you set out to do one niche
Uh-huh.
does not mean that's the thing that's going to take off for you.
well, because the thing that made me think about this too is, even though the channel is this time, it doesn't necessarily signify Disney. It just happens to be like this time is really there's like this, like
Yeah.
this time we're going to be doing this, and this time we're going to be doing that.
He wants to do some of those food challenges where if you eat the whole thing, you
Yeah.
get it for free.
Yeah. So,
I'm sorry, can I turn this just a little?
oh yeah, I'm sorry.
There.
I really didn't know how to position anyway because I usually
You
have
look
it-
terribly uncomfortable walking like that.
No,
Are you
well, no, I'm
uncomfortable?
just trying not to bump into somebody because I feel as if
You're
it's
not- there's
picking
no one
up.
over there.
Okay, I'm just making sure.
Yeah, there's no one over there.
I also don't know how much it's picking up on you if I hold it out where I usually hold it.
No, you're good now.
It's like a microphone.
You can hold it back up where you were.
That's-
That looks so uncomfortable.
It's like no, it's fine. It's like a microphone though.
Oh, I forgot that I tilted it.
I don't know what to do with my hands. But no, like so yeah, I got caught up watching what's the guy's name? Beard Does Food, I think is the name, and who's the other one I found? Katina in Kilos.
Katina eats kilos.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, like this guy's doing, the beard guy, he just goes around the United States. He's from the UK. He goes around the United States and just eats impossible challenges. And sometimes he'll do something, I'm just like, I can eat that. Like, that's a challenge?
He failed the bagel challenge though.
Yeah, there's a bagel challenge right here in Celebration. It's Baker's Dozen, 13 bagels. I think he had an hour to eat 13 bagels, but apparently they're a thick bagel.
Oh yeah.
And he got about, what did he got? Like he got 8 down, 7 or 8 down?
I don't know. He didn't get close.
Yeah, it got the best of them. because I mean, yeah, I think it said it took him like 10 minutes just to eat 3 or something weird like
Yeah,
that.
they were pretty thick. I mean, I don't even think I could have eaten one.
But like I'm seeing some of them, and the other girl, the Katina girl, she, what was it? It was a 72 ounce steak, and she had like 2 hours to do it.
No, I think hers wasn't. No, you said it was an hour.
Oh, wasn't it? Okay.
And she was like, she had that
Yeah,
done in
she
like a
scarfed.
minute.
Yeah, she scarfed that thing down. I'm like,
And she ordered dessert before she was even done
Yeah.
eating.
and she had to eat the sides
She had to eat a thing of macaroni and cheese, a thing of potatoes,
and the bread.
and the piece of bread. Yeah, she was done in no time.
Yeah, but that's that. But again, like that's no different than what I practically can do when we went to Roadhouse. I mean, that steak was only 16 ounces, but I definitely could have eaten 3 of those. No problem.
Well, we'll see if this channel turns into Charles eating.
I mean, hey, I'm down for whatever. I mean, if Disney had some eating challenges, I'd be down for that too. I think the only thing that Disney has, I'd make it to a challenge, and I've talked about this before, that Yachtsman Steakhouse, getting that steak dinner for 2, but it would just be for me.
Yeah,
Uh-oh,
yeah.
that Encanto music about to start. Yeah, because for some reason, for the better part of my entire life, I've been able to just eat super absorbent amounts of food. And I was very interested in one challenge the beard guy did. I told you about the pizza challenge.
Yeah.
Gordon Ramsay has a all-you-can-eat pizza restaurant. And I think it's in Washington, D.C. And it's like $17 for all-you-can-eat pizza. And they keep track of how many slices of pizza that one person can eat. And so far, the record is 38. Roughly each pizza is about 8 slices. So you do the math on that. It's like four whole pizzas and 2 slices. I probably could do that in the time given. I think that's the place that had 2 hours. That's the one that had the 2 hour limit.
Yeah.
But like I don't want to be like a competitive eater because I don't want to feel pressured to have to do it in a certain amount of time.
But you do have to do it in a certain
Well, I
amount of
mean, but it's still like a doable time frame though.
time. Yeah. Oh, Rafiki's out.
Oh,
And Country Bears. Country Bears?
Country Bears? I mean,
One.
so one, yeah, it's probably the Country Bears. Unless it's Humphrey, which I don't even think Humphrey has a meet and greet.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Fountain?
Go left.
All right. But yeah, I mean, I wouldn't mind doing some other things. I know a lot of people really like Disney content, and that's fine too. It's just that there's so many people out here with Disney content. It's just so hard to compete with it. Especially because sometimes our channel just goes off the rails. Some of our conversations have nothing to do with Disney. And once we do get back up to the front, I will probably discuss a little bit more about how Disney's just gotten so expensive. I mean, and I can only speak about Disney World for the most part. I know Disneyland is expensive. That's been a lot of people's complaint for people that go to Disney World so much. They'll say Disneyland is so expensive. I only can understand that because the fact that there is no value resorts at Disneyland. It's pretty much those 3 hotels and everything else is off property or good neighbor hotels. That's the only thing I could probably say is the biggest difference. Food price wise, maybe a little different, but ironically enough, you get a better quality of food in my opinion over there at Disneyland. Not saying that Disney World is horrible, but sometimes you can just tell there wasn't a lot of effort. This is just a bunch of food put in a basket and put in a deep fryer. I think some of the best meals I've had on Disney property has been in Disneyland. Oh, I didn't think about that. Music's probably too close. Good?
Well, you're getting soaked over here.
Oh, really?
Were you not?
No, I don't even feel it. Unless it just felt that good. But again, I mean, I guess I should say this more often too.
Riley, come on.
Ooh, sorry.
Maybe put the phone down and watch your damn food. She wasn't paying a bit of attention to that kid. That kid's maybe 1 year, like a year old.
Oh. So then that kid almost died because
Yeah, well, yeah.
I would have barreled in that kid and wouldn't even have flinched. I will probably also talk about, I actually should have talked about this too, theme park etiquette. I know it's a very touchy subject. A lot of people, I've even seen old vlogs or people have done vlogs from the past, and I don't even think they've kept that video up. I don't know why it's such a touchy subject. These are things that people need to know about how to act in a theme park.
You have to be told how to act. If you
Yeah.
have to be told how to act at a theme park,
I mean, consider
don't come.
the fact that Disney has to put the rules in the maps and no one even knows it's there. Like, it literally has a list of do's and don'ts inside the parks. And you could tell nobody reads it because it'll be the first thing that they do.
the thing is that makes me so mad, I think I already said this the other day, was like, how do you not have consideration for other people? It blows my mind how people are just so self-centered. No consideration for anyone else. Blows my mind.
'Cause
Where's
it's-
your, like, I'm always like, where is your mother?
Because it's their world and everybody's a squirrel trying to get a nut. I don't know if I should say that.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Fine. Don't we have to put the strollers up?
Like, I would say the number one thing I would have to say is my biggest complaint is walking. Now, I know every country is different, but in the United States, we drive on the right. So subsequently, you should be walking on the right.
And if you have to be told that, don't come.
And I can understand it because it's also with the flow of traffic type of thing. You know, it's like if everyone's going in one direction, if you're swimming upstream, you're doing it all wrong. It means even more to me now because we literally will hug the side of a walking path just so I can have the sanctity of not having to bump into somebody like coming at me. And for some reason, if I leave about 2 to 3 inches of a gap between me and a fence, someone looks at that and says, I'm gonna do it.
I've watched people cross from the right side over to our right side
Yeah.
and try to squeeze through there. It blows my mind every day.
And I think it's just also too, like, it's like this weird game of chicken and I can't lose because I can't see. So you're gonna hit me. And I'm not really gonna be, I mean, I apologize out of just habit, even though there's a lot of cases I will say it is not my fault, but
Yeah. I am solid.
oh yeah.
If you hit my shoulder, I'm not the one going down.
Oh yeah, same here with me. That's why I apologize too, because I mean, again, it's like, I'm sorry that you had to experience that. I mean, like, I keep saying this all the time. That one guy at Universal Studios,
I'll be right back.
and I walked his calf, like one big step. And yeah, I can't stop where and I think it was at the end of a moving walkway. Like, I have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to go. I can't see. I'm gonna run into you. But yeah, that's just a few of the things that we've always noticed inside the theme parks. I think that's probably my biggest one is walking against the grain, I guess you could say. And of course, the other one is something that we briefly talked about yesterday, and that is just basically the attire that people wear. I mean, one of my biggest things too is, and we'll say this all the time, just because you can squeeze in it doesn't mean you should have worn it. Not body shaming anybody at all, but there are some things it's like, you know, hey, it's not for everyone. And then there are some articles of clothing that some people wear, and it's just like, if you wouldn't wear that on an everyday, normal basis, you probably shouldn't wear it at Disney. I know FastPass was here when we talked about the shorts that are cut really high. Don't know how many places people walk around where their butt cheeks are showing, but I would definitely say Disney should not be one of those places. Also, again, like I said too, the people that wear shirts with offensive language, anything like that, that's a no-no. Usually Disney's cast members and security are pretty good with the shirts at least. Like I said, you will have to turn those shirts inside out, or you'll be urged to buy a Disney shirt. But every once in a while, some of that inappropriate stuff does squeeze by. Some people think that once they get inside the parks, that they're good to go. There are people that like to disrobe inside the parks. I remember working in Adventureland, and a young lady was over at, I want to say over by Tortugas, somewhere in that area, Tortugas Tavern. And she was removing her shirt just so she could walk around her bikini. And yeah, they had to tell her, that's not appropriate. And I get it too. Like there's a lot of different places where they just don't have that same, like their culture is different. Like that one lady, what was that lady? She was topless swimming in the water over there by Disney Springs.
She was at Port Orleans.
Port Orleans. Okay, yeah. She just well, first of all, one, you can't do that because you're topless. Two, there's wild animals in there, and that water is not the safest water to be swimming in. Mainly because of all the wildlife that could be floating by and those boats.
Yeah, it's literally against the rules to get in the water.
Yeah.
But then to take your top off, I'm gonna need you to not.
And I get it, like, you know, some people's culture, that seems to be okay. You see a body of water, you just jump in. But here in Florida, no.
I gotta tell you what Fast Pass said.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk and read it. Charles tried body shaming people at Epcot. Now he's banned from 3 pavilions and a snack cart. Like and subscribe to this
Yeah.
guy from Charles and Jenny for more chaos. Yep, sounds about right.
I mean, I'm not gonna try.
Are you body shaming? Because I'm chubby.
No, we were talking about. I was just talking about how there's some things that people shouldn't wear before I got to the cutoff shorts, and I said the reference like, you know, just because you squeeze into it doesn't mean you should have worn it.
Well, my shirt's a little snug today, so I guess
I mean, but still,
I'm not gonna.
it's not bursting. It's not bursting at the seams. That's like me. I mean, hey, I fit in this size 12 shoe. I'm good to go. No, I didn't.
You got it on, but it
I got it on. Doesn't mean it works. That could be said about a lot of things. Anyways. And then I also understand too, and I guess I can't say much because I'm carrying a phone, but for a different reason. But
Moana just came out.
oh,
How dare you not see her and film her?
sorry. Must have missed her. Maybe I'll see her next time.
No.
Next time on this time.
When you go get your new eyes.
Bring me back in 2028 when they fast track these eye drops.
Is that it was an eye drop?
Yes, it's just eye drops that they're doing.
Oh, I asked the lady. Sorry, I didn't mean to shout, but I asked the lady at the American Pavilion who was working at the pin cart.
Yeah,
I asked her about the Beauty and the Beast plate pins.
yeah.
She thinks that they were lounge fly.
Oh,
She thought that they came from Box Lunch or what's that weird store in the mall?
they're weird. What?
The weird store in the mall.
Hot Topic?
Hot Topic.
Oh,
I don't mean weird in a bad way. I like
no,
Hot
just
Topic.
essentially, yeah. It's like I got all my Superman stuff back in the day at Hot Topic, so I'm hip. I'm cool.
I don't mean you're weird if you shop there. I've gone in
No.
there. I'm just saying.
It's
The
not.
shop that's not like the others.
Yeah, it's not a typical store that people would shop at unless you're into that stuff.
Yeah. Charles tried squeezing into a size 12 shoe. Turns out he's a size nope.
Yeah.
Watch the struggle on Dis Time with Charles and Jenny. Like and subscribe for more tight fits and big laughs. You're on a roll today, Fast Pass.
Hold on. I think I have your hair all over my head.
Do you? Do you need me to look?
I don't know. It's like on both ears.
Oh no, I think that was you walked into a cobweb.
Oh. Okay.
You got it? That
I think
wasn't
so.
even mine.
Oh, I can't wait to see what that tag is. Like and subscribe to Dis Time, where we walk into cobwebs.
Oh, that's Gwen Stefani. Walking into spider webs.
Oh, must have missed that one.
You don't know her walking into spider webs?
I don't know anything from her except for what's that
Bananas?
song? No. What?
B-A-N-A-N-A-N.
Oh, she sang that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't have no idea. Other than that, what's the song? Don't speak. I
Oh,
know
yeah, that
just
was a
what.
good one.
Basically, anything she was in that band that she was with.
Oh, yeah.
And then her short-lived single career, in my opinion.
She's married to Blake Shelton.
Yeah, I don't even know how that even happened.
I loathe him. Fast rating. Charles just walked face first into a cobweb at Epcot. Into cobwebs at Epcot. I cannot read. Now he thinks he's Spider-Man. That's hilarious.
Ooh.
Swing into this time with Charles and Jenny. Like and subscribe for more unexpected moments.
My my dizzy senses are tingling.
He's killing it.
Almost said the wrong thing for a minute.
Those are the things that you can expect on this channel.
All gloves are off. Like I said, I don't even want to. Like, I know we're here at Disney all the time, but I don't mind branching out and just having other conversations. This is a bad area to walk through because we got the Jackson 5 playing, and now I have to talk extremely loud. Wow, this is. Oh, Star-Lords are walking around? Okay.
I can't get
So I was
along.
to say, hopefully I'll be able to drown out that song. I didn't even know that they played the Jackson 5 over here because I wish they would really update the soundtrack inside the ride. Because I think it's only, 6 songs? They really need to add more. Because they play like Disco Inferno out here.
Yeah.
And of course, this song, I'm drawing a blank.
Did I say to you earlier when we first got here, it's something day?
Oh, no, you did
Did
not.
I? Okay, well it is.
Huh. Are they out?
Yep.
Oh.
Are we out? Yes.
I guess it'd be okay to say that. It's a day that someone could look up.
I don't know.
I mean, where am I here? Okay, perfect. Whew, man, a lot to take in. Trying to get through that copyright music. Yeah, apparently they play a eccentric soundtrack when Star-Lord does come out. That's how you'll kind of know when Star-Lord is supposed to come out. Now, there's a couple times, from what I heard, it's not a guarantee. So if the music does start playing and he doesn't come out, it's probably just because he's not ready. I don't think I gave the weather today. Actually, I don't even remember the weather today. I think it was 87 today. I would say it already feels like it's in the mid 80s. If I had to guess, it's going to stay pretty much above 86 to 89 throughout the rest of the week. We're supposed to get some rain come this weekend, but then we have a dry work week, as they say, as we get closer and closer to hurricane season. And as always, as part of my speech, I will have to tell people, if you are not from Florida or you're not used to the heat, please come accordingly. Be prepared.
Charles is ranting about Disney prices while Jenny's still trying to decide if the General Lee is canceled or iconic. Don't miss the debates on this time. Oh my god.
That's an old school debate right there.
I was just thinking about that yesterday.
Think about it sometimes.
Think about it sometimes. The General Lee. Named after the General Lee.
Yep.
Who knew?
Everyone but you.
I guess so.
Even Johnny Cash knew.
It was when I was talking and the light bulb went on and I was like, oh, the flag is on the top of the car.
Yes. Well, that's what confused me too, because you were like, the X on the side. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? No.
Yeah, then I remembered.
I almost gave up on humanity at that
Did
point.
it? Stop it.
I mean, the X on the side. It's well, I mean, okay, I'll give you that. I didn't know. All right, so I guess it's safe. I could tell that we are back at Guardians of the Galaxy. I think it's pretty much safe because Star-Lord must have went back inside. This place is always weird to me because, as I've said many times before, when I used to work overnight at Epcot, I was able to clean Ellen's Universe of Energy before it closed its doors for the final time, before making room for the Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind. probably the best addition to Disney as far as a complete redo or remodel of a specific land. I give credit to New Fantasyland in the Magic Kingdom for doing what it did for the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea in that backside of Fantasyland. That was great. Obviously, Pandora taking over Mini Mickey Animal Kingdom. That was great. Very questionable. People don't feel the same way about Star Wars Galaxy's Edge and Toy Story Land taking over the backlot tour at Hollywood Studios. Mainly Star Wars taking over that. But I think it can grow over time as many people start to phase out their memories of the backlot tour, especially for me because it never was the same backlot tour once they opened up, if anybody remembers, Lights Motor Action, which was an incredible car stunt show that they had. But the backlot tour was pretty much a done deal for me from that point on. But then, of course, this ride, Guardians of the Galaxy taking over Ellen's Universe of Energy, probably the best remodel ever, at least until we get our Indiana Jones attraction over here at Animal Kingdom. Very excited for that. Also wanted to talk about, again, things that make Disney expensive. I actually heard this as we were walking up to the front of the park. Real quickly, people that remember, pretzels, churros, popcorn, all those things used to be under $3, and even then that was expensive. And I heard a guy say, he was like, I guess his kid wanted a pretzel, and the pretzel was like $7 or $8. And he's just like, I'm not paying $7 or $8 for a pretzel. I'll take you to the store and buy all the pretzels you want. And it's like, yes, that's the verbiage that I hear quite often. The fact that people are just making more sense of what they'd rather pay for outside the park than what they'll pay for inside the park. And I'm kind of happy that our kids don't really obsess about stuff like that.
What is it? Not what?
Just snacks in general, like wanting to popcorn and all this stuff inside the park.
Oh, yeah.
Every once in a while, we do treat them to specific things that we know they can enjoy. But yeah, they don't normally ask for a lot of things, which I'm very happy about. Mainly because they know they're going to get it anyway. Especially when it comes like toys and clothes. We pretty much have every single version of a Disney toy you could think of.
Which is actually my fault. It's not even their fault.
Yeah. Sometimes Titan has toys that he doesn't even know if he likes or not, but he still plays with it. So he never asks us for too much unless it's like his birthday. Ooh, man. It's getting kind of toasty.
Trying to think, did I hit them all up here? This little pin station. Are you still wanting to go back?
Absolutely, because I can't be out of here with this camera.
Okay, back to where we were in the beginning?
Um,
Or back to the or
I can go to the front.
So I have enough time to make one more lap before you do your Beverly.
Okay, perfect.
Because it's 12:07.
Oh, jeez, wow, time sure did fly in this one.
I'll actually have to, by the time I take you back up, I'm going to have to book it.
You're gonna have to what?
Book it.
Not really. We have at least till 1:30, really. I mean, as far as being here.
Do you? Oh, okay, you said you can't be out in the sun.
No. Not with this. I mean, I could all day long, but
Yeah.
well, what were you gonna suggest?
Oh, I just didn't know. I was going to suggest you could just do one lap with me.
Oh.
No, that's fine. I have to tell you something funny.
Huh.
Somebody posted on the Facebook page earlier a picture of the preview opening of Carnival Circus this morning. every 25K you could imagine. Every castle, every single one.
Wow. Interesting.
Stay right here.
I'm like, really? I was just there yesterday.
Yeah, that's probably why. It's like Tuesday, nothing. Wednesday, gates.
I know.
All right, when we do get stationary up at the front, probably throw in some more theme park etiquette. I'm gonna probably go through my brain, my Rolodex, and just try to like
Good luck, everyone.
kind of go through everything that we encounter from the time we get out of our car. Because there's a lot. There's a lot.
Not trash talking.
No, it's
not
not trash talking. It's just the fact that, like, this is stuff that I get confused about because I've been coming here long enough to know that you just don't do that. But at the same time, I've been coming here long enough to know that, I mean, just the fact of, like, when you think about the context of what they're doing, it's like, how did you think that was going to work?
You keep getting my head.
And a beautiful head that it is.
No. All that gray hair.
Embrace it.
No.
I have.
No. It's gonna. I don't. Will I have enough time? I'm
Yes.
gonna be booking it.
No,
Yeah, but
you're
I gotta
not.
come all the way back up your gate.
Well, I would even say this. I mean, for one, I probably won't, maybe we won't make it to have to get any.
Oh, that's true. Let me
And
see.
then you could even, I don't know if you could look on your phone too, because
Okay, yeah.
you could even if it came down to it, you just reserve it on your phone. If it happens to be one cup, grab it on the way up.
Oh yeah, that's true. Also, I was wishing that the tablet that you had, you could put Messenger on it, and then I could message you when I do leave you.
I probably could,
Yeah. All
But
right,
again,
you're this very first bench down here.
but
Or
again,
the
I
very
could-
last bench, I guess. I
okay.
should say.
What can I? Am I just facing
Do
this?
you want me
And,
to sit on the bench for you?
it doesn't matter.
If you'll switch your pockets with the charger, I'll put it on this side.
Wait, on this side?
No.
On.
Okay. Scoot to your left. Do you want me to do this? Can you
As
like?
long as it's. Do you think that'll be a good view?
Can you scoot over a second?
I don't know.
Go all the way to the end. My butt can't fit right here. Oh, I'm gonna have to. Sorry, I didn't mean to sit on your lap.
Say what?
I didn't mean to sit on your lap.
So-
Okay. You're kind of missing Spaceship Earth, but do you have an iPhone 16 Pro? What do we have, babe?
Yeah, I think you do have to. Wait a
It's a
minute.
16 something.
I don't know if it's a Pro or a Max.
Oh. It's 16 Pro or Max. That's what we know. All right, is this view okay, you guys? Oh, you'll be able to see the monorail when it comes. You can see a tiny bit of Spaceship Earth.
Oh, it just said something. I hate that I can't hear.
Oh. Okay, sweet. I'm going to make one more lap around World Showcase and then I'll be back. Oh my god. Cold. Okay,
It's another day then.
don't knock it over.
Okay. Did you need water?
Oh, I just need a drink.
Is that good one or ice? Ice, baby. Yep.
Those two feet together. Do you see it?
Yeah.
Yep, right there. Okay. Okay, bye.
All right, so my initial plan of logging onto YouTube and checking out the comments through my tablet did not work right now, only because, brief summary, I have a TCL tablet. I've been a kind of a big fan of the TCL product as far as the TVs go. So I went and got the tablet because it was a pretty good deal on Amazon over the Christmas time. But then I kind of wish I would have just got an iPad mini, as I am a little bit more familiar with how Apple products work now since I've had an iPhone for the last couple years, which is a big transition too because I was so used to having Samsung devices. But yeah, because I know that when I'm on my phone, I can access the chats and it actually reads the chats to me as they come in. I mean, I can kind of fluctuate between which comments I want to read. So I was hoping that would be the same thing on my tablet, but I did not realize that I have never set up the Wi-Fi at Disney on my tablet. And I'm not rehearsed enough with how my tablet works, which is my fault. I knew I wanted to do this a couple days ago. I just thought it was going to be as simple as turning the Wi-Fi on and then searching on the internet and it automatically goes to Disney, but not the case. But yeah, one of the theme park etiquette is something that shouldn't even be said. Disney frowns upon running and horseplaying inside the park. That is something that we see very, very often. I'm going to actually just pick this up here for a second. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. I don't know. But yeah, Disney kind of, Disney frowns upon that for the most part. And being a cast member, we've seen enough of it. And then also too, for those people that come down for the cheerleading competitions, it was a big deal when the cheerleaders would come, and I get it, they're excited, but they do not allow them to have their formations for pictures. There was actually one instance I remember when I was working a parade control shift, and we had a large group of cheerleaders come in, and they did the whole, I don't know what they call it, but it's where the male cheerleader holds the girls up just by their foot, and they were posing in front of the castle, which, again, I understand for the sake of the picture, they do it all the time, but for safety concerns, Disney does not want that to be a thing. And yeah, it just amazes me the things that people do inside the parks that you normally wouldn't do anywhere else. I don't know if it's because I was raised a different way to not do certain things. Foul language. We understand people swear. I can swear with the best of them. But there is a time and a place, and subsequently, Disney property isn't a good place to have a lot of your vocal choice words, especially in Fantasyland. I think I've heard more swear words around small kids than anywhere else, and alcohol has nothing to do with it. There was one stream that we did at Hollywood Studios. This one actually kind of shocked me because it was just so bold at how it happened. We were walking somewhere by Hollywood Studios, and this gentleman walks past us, and he says, in a very stern voice, he was like, "You do what I say, how I say it, or when I say to do it," whatever it was, like a very, very profound statement. And I initially thought he was talking to his child, which I was like, oh, okay, that's a stern parent, And then my wife informs me, like, no, he's talking to his significant other that way. And that changed my whole demeanor. I was just like, wow, I didn't know we were still doing it that way. It's amazing the people that come here and they act a certain way, and I always feel as if Disney is supposed to be a different way. Don't be rude to the cast members, and the cast members shouldn't be rude to the guests. And sometimes that's what happens when temperatures swell. I do remember a story some years back. We had a cast member at the Magic Kingdom who I believe she was selling souvenirs just outside, just in front of the park. preparing for the nighttime events, and I guess the guests were being very rude to her and just very condescending. And she just kind of like, you could tell she was at her wits end. It's probably not the first time it happened. And I don't know, I don't think there was anything obscene that she said, but she definitely made a scene in general. And she just walked off stage. And these are the things that I don't think a lot of people will tell you about Disney. Disney's a great place to go. But there's just a lot that goes on that they don't want to show. And it doesn't necessarily paint Disney in a bad light. It's just like, unfortunately, like these are the problems that happen inside the park. We can't sugarcoat it. You can't get over it. And I think that if we made it more plain and out there, then it wouldn't be such a shock when, you see the body cam footage on YouTube videos of people just, doing outlandish things at the theme parks. People getting, in trouble with security because they're over intoxicated here at Epcot. Like not even if anybody remembers, about, I would say 7 or 8 years ago, maybe even more than that, maybe about 9 years ago, a gentleman here at Epcot decided to climb the temple in the Mexico Pavilion. And the story behind that was he managed to climb the temple, somehow get backstage where I guess they lost track of him. I think they did eventually find him because of the party that he was with. But yeah, it's like that stuff happens on I don't want to say a normal basis, but I would probably say that something crazy happens at Disney at least twice a week. I mean, I could tell you of various incidences that happen between Pirates and Enchanted Belle. Even Little Mermaid. I didn't even work Little Mermaid that much. And there was plenty of instances that happened at that attraction that'd be like, wow. And I always tell my wife, it's like, nothing surprises me because I just expect it. It's just that the fact that it still happens. That's probably the only thing that shocks me. And as far as the theme park etiquette goes, it is not really necessarily etiquette. I don't want to say that these are like the rules and such like that. It's just that these are things that you should just expect to happen while you're at the theme park, or like things like mistakes that you should avoid when coming to Disney. And one of the biggest ones I see is that when you park your vehicle in the parking lot and you have little ones, if you are planning on taking the tram to get to the front of the park, then there is no need to unpack the stroller, put everything in, and the kid, because when you get to that tram, you're going to have to take everything out and try to fold that stroller to fit inside the tight space of the tram. Ever since I can remember, being little, I mean, I would say because one of my younger brothers, he was a baby when we were taking him to Disney, and I just remember getting on the tram with my stepmom and my little brother, and my dad would walk the stroller along the tram route, and that just made the most sense. Oh, jeez. So again, if you have little ones that need a stroller, do not unpack that stroller if you plan on taking the tram. Just go ahead and walk it. It's never really that bad of a walk. Animal Kingdom and Magic Kingdom probably have the biggest parking lots as far as distance to the security area. Epcot probably has the widest parking lot because it basically stretches from one side of the park to the next. But yeah, if you have a stroller, just plan on just walking to get to the front. Also, another tidbit too, Magic Kingdom, it is going to take a little bit more time to get to the Magic Kingdom than most people think. Magic Kingdom is not the type of park where you just park your car and go in the gates. It's a process. I've said in previous videos that it's at least 25 to 30 minutes on a fairly decent day from parking your car to getting inside the Magic Kingdom. If the stars are aligned and you time everything perfectly, 15 minutes. But it's definitely a process. It's definitely going to take some time. So, just going to continue to talk about random things while my wife is making her final rounds around Epcot Center. The Epcot Challenge, I will honor today. I didn't even make any formal announcements for it. I mean, if you tuned into the last live stream, I did mention it. I didn't really post anything about it on social media. So it's a little bit impromptu. Kind of hoping it works out that way. But yeah, every 10 likes on this video, I will drink a cup of Beverly. For every 5 new subscribers, I think I said, it'll be 2 cups of Beverly. And my wife will be checking those numbers before she comes back around to me. And that will determine, we'll probably just when she comes back, we'll probably be wrapping up the video from that point on. As it is early out day for the kids. So we will have to be leaving here at about 1:30, 1:45 or so. Just to make sure that we get through the traffic. We more than likely will not be streaming on Thursday. We have some things we have to concentrate on Thursday. I would say we might be back on Friday. Not exactly sure what time and where. I wouldn't mind doing Magic Kingdom, but Fridays at Magic Kingdom is always wishy-washy. And I know we were just there yesterday, but then considering the fact that we won't be doing any streaming on the weekends as of yet. Like I said, I wouldn't mind doing things at the house. But really, it's just depending on, like I said, if I can get this tablet to work in my favor, I will definitely be able to engage in the chats. Let me see here. And the thing is, too, I have VoiceOver activated on my tablet, just like I do on my phone sometimes. But the volume is so low that I can't hear it. That didn't work. Oh, okay. Here, I'm going to put you guys down for a second while I try to figure this out again. Hopefully we'll be pointing in some good direction here. Yeah. All right, well, so much for that. I'll have to play with that more when I get home. I obviously don't know how to work my tablet, which makes sense. I only use that tablet for Pandora, listening to music. Sometimes I do get on YouTube, but I actually don't remember how to activate the Wi-Fi on that because usually it's already connected to the Wi-Fi at the house. It's the first time I've actually brought that tablet outside the house. But yeah, back to a thing I was talking about earlier. Epic Universal Studios announced that they are starting to sell one-day preview tickets for everybody now, and that kind of shocked me because it's opening day is coming up around the corner. I don't know. It shocked me, but it shouldn't. It just makes me feel as if the turnout for annual pass holders didn't go as maybe they wanted it to. Especially because, again, like I know we are under 20 some days away from the park officially opening. I just thought that maybe even within like 5 or 10 days they would allow the tickets to go on sale. But yeah, from what I've heard, it's a hit or miss with Epic Universe. There have been a lot of people that have shown up, but some people have said it's pretty much as usual suspects, all the content creators, which we've seen. I've heard everyone's videos. They're all at Epic. They spent their entire time at Epic. They've walked through. They've shown what they can. Now some of them are making another round so that they can do all the eating. And that's great. I just don't want to get to that point where I start to feel as if this is more of a chore, like I have to do everything, and then realize that I have nothing else to do after that. I think that's one of the things that's kept Disney at least healthy for me. The fact that there's still things I have not experienced. I don't want to experience everything because I don't ever want to feel like I'm done with the parks and I'm just going just to be going. Sometimes I just wonder if these vloggers even find enjoyment without reaping benefits in a sense. And it's not that I'm not excited about going to Epic Universe. I'm just trying to keep I don't want to get too hyped up about it, and then it disappoints me when I do get there. I don't want to hear anything that's shocking or, see anybody saying that this is a great thing to do, and kind of takes away from the excitement of doing it myself in a sense. And I say that too because I was all about Islands of Adventure. When Islands of Adventure opened up in 1999, I was pretty pumped for it. And we didn't have social media like we do now. So everything for me was just hyping it up myself. Like, oh, yeah, this is going to be great. This is going to be great. And then I got here opening year. I wasn't impressed. Everything was kind of like a downplay from what I thought was going to be happening. The Jurassic Park ride, which is probably the one thing I was most excited about, kind of just got played out to me because it wasn't what I was hoping it would be in my mind. So like I'm excited to experience Epic Universe. I'm excited for everyone in the family to go to Epic Universe. I know that Titan's a huge fan of How to Train Your Dragon. We've all turned into pretty good Harry Potter fans. I'm actually anticipating having a great time at Dark Universe. And then, of course, Nintendo. But I'm also humbling my mind so that I don't think that, oh, this is going to be so great. I'm going to get so much of this, and this ride's going to be crazy. And then I get on it, and I'm just kind of waiting for more. Another thing to do when you come to Disney, as I've talked about before, with the strollers and the trams, most important thing that I would say every person who lives in Florida that goes to Disney on a continuous basis, when you are coming into the gates, please make sure that you have your cards, magic bands, whatever you need to get inside the park. Have that ready before you get to the cast member. There's just so many instances that could be avoided. I understand people turn blue. If you don't know, once you enter into the theme park, your ticket will turn blue, which means it's no good and they have to fix it. If it turns green, you're good to go. Everything's checked out. But there's so many times that those turnstiles have turned blue for the simplest of things, whether it be someone has the wrong ticket, the tickets have been switched because they're off finger IDs. So it has to be specifically designed for certain people. It's just the simple things that we see that makes these turnstiles turn blue. And that does back up the line in so many different ways. And speaking of lines, when you go through security, just know when you come to Disney World, I believe it's the same at Disneyland, you will have to go through a security checkpoint. Here at Disney, I don't know if everyone's kind of kept up to this. Disney now has it to where you basically just walk through single file. You hold anything that has a large mass of metal, umbrellas. Like for instance, I carry the gimbal. You put that in one hand and you stick that in front of you, separating it from your body. That way, it doesn't get triggered. The metal detector doesn't get triggered. There is no need to stop. You just keep on moving. Even with me having a book bag, I still take the gimbal out. The only time that we've been stopped is if I don't take the gimbal out, or if we have a few dozen pins in a Ziploc bag. That also does trigger the metal detectors. Everything else is pretty much good. You should not, unless you're told to, that is the only reason why you would have to stop at that security checkpoint. I can't tell you how many times that we've had to stop because people go through the metal detectors and they stop awaiting further instructions, and they ignore the beginning instructions. They will continue to tell you, do not stop, keep moving all the way through. This is something that doesn't need to be said, but if you're in a walking path and you decide to stop, that's a bad idea because the people behind you didn't get the memo that you were stopping. We don't have brake lights on our backsides like cars do, so if you stop abruptly, the people behind you aren't going to know, and when you're a guy like me, I can't see you stop, so best believe I'm going to run into you. I'll be sorry for it, but I don't know if I'm sorry because I did it or if I'm sorry because you chose to do that. I will also say this too, as far as how to operate through a Disney day. Now, I'm old school. So to me, as far as using the Lightning Lane system, even if you have to pay for it, I would definitely suggest, depending on the park, pick those central attractions that you know you want to do. For instance, here at Epcot, you definitely want to choose from any of these three. It will be Guardians of the Galaxy, Frozen Ever After, and Ratatouille. I would definitely say if you're going to do a Lightning Lane for Frozen Ever After, then make sure that you hit up as much of the other attractions in that time frame. Because the problem is that people will only get on rides if they can get a Lightning Lane for it. And I know that's a fact because when we had the free Fast Pass system, we would have people they wouldn't get on a ride because they didn't have a Fast Pass for it. And I never understood that because, you don't have to have a Fast Pass for it. You can go through the standby line. People did not comprehend. They thought that you had to pay to get on the rides. And that shocks me. And I understand most people, they come from areas where the only thing that they get is a state fare where you do have to pay per ride. So when they come to Disney World, they're thinking you got to pay all this money and you got to pay to get on rides. They can't comprehend that works. But that still holds true right now. People come to this theme park and, they won't get on anything if it has a wait time. I can simply say, if you have a Lightning Lane for Frozen Ever After, hop on over to Figment, Nemo, even Soarin', first thing in the morning. Those usually will have under 30 minutes. You can do 30 minutes. Just stay in the line. You'll be done in no time. That way, then, by the time it is time for Frozen, you feel more accomplished. and you're able to knock out 3 rides while waiting for your big one. Then from there, depending on what your next time frame is, you can still knock out some other rides while waiting for your next one, instead of always waiting for your times. And I see this all the time. People will sit in front of an attraction well before their time. I mean, we're talking about 30, 45 minutes. They will sit in front of the ride waiting for their lightning lane or their fast pass, whichever one you want to call it, instead of just getting on something else or even experiencing the wait time. I can't tell you how many times I've stood at Pirates of the Caribbean with a 35-minute wait. Someone is about 40 minutes early for their fast pass, and they will sit on the outside of Pirates waiting for their fast pass. They could have stood in line for 30 minutes and been in and out. Change their fast pass to something else, or if they liked it so much, they can ride it twice. These are the things that some of the vloggers won't tell you. I think it's too much of what I said earlier. It's too much of a sugarcoating. Yes, this is a great place to visit. Yes, this is a great place to go. But you have to do it reasonably. Do not get in single rider lines with your entire families. You will be separated. That should be self-explanatory. But the fact that people will ride they'll get in a single rider line and they'll think that because they feel their kid is too young that they should ride together. That's not how single rider lines work. Single rider lines, you are a filler. So depending on how many people can fit in a vehicle, you are filling in that empty space. I will always say it is going to be very difficult for attractions that have at least 2 seats in some cases, because a lot of families are even number families. That's why sometimes those wait times for the single rider line can be just as long as the regular standby. Because in a lot of cases, you're waiting for that odd number of people. And in single rider lines, you do not get to choose where you sit. You are just a filler. You're just helping those attractions make those numbers so that they don't have empty seats going on the attractions. Disney wants to fill in every single available space, as you will hear everywhere. Fill in all the available space. Not a single file line until it has to be. Oops. Once again, I apologize. I did have plans for this to go a little differently as far as being able to read any comments, as my wife is venturing off into the park to do her pin trading. She finds a lot of enjoyment in the pin trading. I find enjoyment that she finds enjoyment in that, which is why I am roughing the live streams by myself. I'm going to sit you guys down here one more time for a little bit. Hopefully you're going to get some sort of a viewing point. I'm trying to keep the camera just the way I received it. I do realize that this is going to be at a slant for a little bit. You shall return. All right. Sorry about that. As uneventful as this vlog or stream has been. Uh-oh. Once again, apologize for all of that. This has basically been pretty much just for me to get out and enjoy the day here at Epcot while she does her pin trading. I don't mind if we don't hit our goal for our Beverly challenge. Again, we get to 10 likes. If she's checking it soon, because we should be wrapping up the stream here in a little bit. But if she's checking it, if we have at least 10 likes, she will bring me back 1 cup of Beverly. I don't think we're going to worry about the subscriber count too much, as we haven't been as active as far as live streaming as we probably should be as far as the algorithm goes. Like I said, we will probably be switching up that format just a little bit, just for the simple fact of, not every day could be a live stream day, unfortunately. As we talked briefly yesterday, there is supposedly they're working on a supposed, I don't want to say cure, but a way of restoring people's vision that have lost vision due to glaucoma and other degenerative eye diseases that I have. They have started testing on small animals, mice, and I believe rabbits, I think was what they said. Correct me if I'm wrong, if you've known otherwise. From what I understand, they are also going to be waiting at least till 2028, which is fair time whenever they do test new developments. They do want to get at least 2 years of research. I don't mind waiting, but at the same time, too, as of right now, they say there are no existing side effects yet. But I don't mind being the guinea pig if they want to start those human trials soon. Because I could tell you, if that is true and those eye drops do work, like I said, there is no limit to where this channel can go. I'll probably be a workaholic as far as social media goes. As long as it's still existing in the next 3 years, which I don't think social media will really go anywhere. There'll probably just be so many different ways of social media, and I'm just trying to get a hang with the YouTube and the algorithms and how difficult that is, especially getting lost in the shuffle with having Disney content. I don't want to be too controversial, but sometimes controversy wins. That's another reason why I would feel more comfortable doing streams at the house in a more personal setting. Because a lot of people, they want to come to YouTube, they want to come on Disney vloggers because they want to watch Disney vlogging, but I can also attest to some people that I've seen where, they're at Disney, but they're not talking Disney. Actually, they're talking about stuff that I don't think is appropriate to talk about as far as Disney goes, especially when a lot of their personal life does interfere in that. And also, I want to give a quick update. Yesterday, we had some family members that were in the area being impacted by active tornadoes in the Midwest. As far as I've heard, everyone that we checked on is okay. It's just a normal every year occurrence in a sense for them, much like how it will be for us in the next few months. As I said, hurricane season is right around the corner. As we enter into the last day of the last day of April, we will quickly be entering into June before you know it. It's hard to believe that 4 months of 2025 is already gone down. Four down, 8 more to go. I think we're closing in on the 1 o'clock hour, so she's going to be tallying up those last few likes. If you're out there, if you're listening, still somehow, if you've tuned in this long, go ahead and like this video That'll at least, if we get to 10 likes, that'll give me 1 cup of Beverly. I don't mind if we don't, but I'll be disappointed if we don't. Because we were doing pretty good for the most part. Then we took a little bit of a break, and we've never been able to catch up since then. I don't want to be the type of person that has to vlog every single day. I wouldn't mind it, but it's not really something that's feasible that we could do with our lifestyle. As I said, tomorrow we will not be streaming, but we will be out and about in the park. I think we'll be at studios. If you happen to be in the area, keep an eye out. Like I said, we won't be streaming, but we will be out there. And then Friday is up in the air on whether we'll be streaming. I know we'll be in the parks that day as well before we go through our usual unique weekend routine. Like I said, there'll be a lot of vloggers that will be doing their thing in the late afternoon. And I'll probably address another issue. I could probably do it a little bit now. One thing that I will say, living here for as long as I have seen people come and go all the time. And there's kind of like an undisclosed 3-5-7 rule that pertains to people that move to Florida. The 3 years is about the time, it's like the honeymoon phase. 3 years and you've determined whether you like it or you love it. I've seen people that don't even make it to 2 years and they're already out. They're done. Once you get past the 3-year mark, it's pretty much like 5 years before you've actually determined how it's grown on you. You might have given it a chance, so you toughed it out. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. By the time you get to 7 years, it's either they know for a fact that they don't want to be here long term, or they can't wait to get out. Like I said, I've been here for about 16, this is going on 17 years now, I think, give or take. Yeah, 17 years as of officially I moved in Florida in January 2008, but I actually went back to Detroit for a few months. I didn't actually come back down to Florida until June of 2008. So technically I will not say that I became a Floridian until June of 2008. So I still have a few months, one more month before my official 17th year of being a Florida resident. And I can tell you in those 17 years, I have seen dozens of people that have come and gone. There are people that moved here before me that have gone. There are people that moved here after me that have already left. This state is an acquired state. And unfortunately, everyone who bum rushed and moved here in the year 2021 and 2022, they're probably itching to get out. And they can't because they've tied themselves to probably the most expensive debt that they can ever come across. And they bought in areas that they didn't need to buy into. Not just Disney and Universal Studios being expensive. Florida is just super expensive. It doesn't have to be. This was always seen as a retirement state. This was always just I don't want to say low income, but it's pretty much middle class and below. Nothing groundbreaking as far as income goes, unless you're living in those bigger areas like Orlando's, Tampa's, and Miami's. But now you've got people that have spent $400,000 on what used to be $200,000 properties, and now they're stuck with it because unique people that are just like you that bought it, because Florida residents don't make that money. At least not in all areas. I can only tell you right now, don't have a job that pays $90,000 a year and you want to live in Davenport. Because if you don't keep that job, you're not going to find that many $90,000 a year jobs in Davenport, Florida. But I am here to stay. I am a lifer. I wanted to be here ever since I was little. I was overjoyed when it became a possibility back in 2008 with great help from my grandparents who have moved on from this world. They lived a very great life, and I'm grateful for them every single day. And I could also tell you this, when it comes to Disney, do not, I have to repeat this so badly, do not move to Florida because you want to go to Disney World in any way, shape, or form. Don't move to Florida for just one thing. You have to move to Florida for all things. Because we actually heard of a guy that lived in Florida. I don't know if he aspired to live in Florida, but Disney was probably a big reason for him moving to Florida. And he recently got banned for life, I think it is. Trespassed. Can no longer step inside any Disney property. I think it was so bad, whatever he did, it was so bad, he can't even go to Disneyland. He is banned from all Disney entities. And I don't even know how you do the rest of your life when you moved here for one specific thing and that specific thing you can no longer do. I don't know if he's still happy with the life that he has. He hasn't really floated on social media for the gossip to go. But yeah, do not move to Florida if you just want to go to Disney, because if something goes awry, now you're going to be miserable. Everything that people move to Florida for is the very thing that they're moving away from Florida. Like I said yesterday, people move here for the weather. They love the sunny days, they love the warm weather, but then all of a sudden they spend that first summer here and they're miserable. They don't go outside. They keep their houses at 65 degrees like some polar bears. They don't like the fact that they can't do anything in their yard space because it's too hot. And it's the very same reason they leave. I love the weather and I hate the weather. And on top of that, too, I mean, there was affordability. Florida was a very affordable state, like I said, prior to the big surge of popularity after the pandemic. I mean, you name a city, you name a community, and you could find any house with a pool under $300,000, no questions asked. Even some of the properties that we've looked into now, they used to be $250,000 and under. Now these people who just want to get out because they overpaid for it, now they're charging $399,000, $400,000 for the same property. It's just not worth it. For instance, I knew exactly what I was getting into. I always had this instance of wanting to live in and around the Orlando area. I knew what I was getting into. I can't complain about it, even though it is extremely populated over the last few years. The simplest of drives, 15, 20 minutes anywhere, can turn into 45 minutes easily. Just because of the fact that we've got too many people that are here, we don't have enough roads, and people don't know how to drive. Or I should say, they know how to drive where they're at, but they don't know how to drive in Florida. I say this all the time. When I left Detroit back in 2008, at some point in time, I had to realize that I needed to leave Detroit, back in Detroit. I had to come to Florida with a different mentality, different mindset. Couldn't be as judgmental. I could still be cautious, but can't be as judgmental as I probably would have been before. Sorry, I got a little turned around there. And if anybody is in the chat, if my wife is listening, do not rush. No rush. Someone leave the comment down below. Don't rush, Jenny. I am perfectly fine sitting here right in front of Spaceship Earth listening to this music. As you could hear too, as I can hear, I don't know if you guys can see any different. It doesn't seem to be very crowded. Obviously, I've not checked any of the wait times, but again, I mean, we walked through Guardians of the Galaxy a couple times. Didn't seem like it was that crowded over there. Like I said, we had a little kids fun day on Monday. Went over to Animal Kingdom. The wait times looked a bit much before when we got there, but they died down very quickly as we ventured into the park. Flights of Passage at Animal Kingdom was a 55-minute wait. That's actually pretty good for such a top-tier attraction. There's been a couple times that we've seen Guardians of the Galaxy down to 55 minutes here at Epcot. It could be because of the upcoming financial situations of the country. Could be the fact that Disney's just too expensive. This has always been this time of the year when you get to around late April after Easter going into May. This was always like a perfect time for what some people will say locals to visit the theme parks, as the crowds are fairly low. Most people just want to ride out the rest of the school year. Maybe tackle a few vacations in June. Another reason why that Disney and Universal Studios and all the theme parks really, they have a lot of filler events just to keep the crowds coming in, especially the local crowds. This is why the festivals now seem to overlap each other. If you do remember, I would say between the years of 2018 on till about now, most all of Epcot's festivals were literally maybe a week apart, 2 weeks at most. Didn't always used to be that way. One of the festivals, I believe Festival of the Arts, is one of the youngest festivals, only being around for about 10, maybe 12 years in itself. So imagine that time frame where there was nothing going on. Some of us remember there was a time where the booths at Epcot used to go away. They used to pick them up with a crane and tow them into the backstage areas to get deep cleaned and ready for the next festival. I know because it wasn't that long that I was seeing them do this. When I did my overnight shifts in 2017, I was actually around when they would take some of the booths, hook them up to a crane, and carry them out on stage. Now they just leave them out all year long because they've just created different events to keep people coming. Also a good reason why, if you've ever paid attention now, our Halloween events here in Florida start in August. Again, I think that is a direct result of just trying to fill in the empty gap of August and September, which sometimes would be very chill times to come to Florida. Again, school's starting up in a lot of places in August, so most people don't take that vacation just before school starts. I remember when the good old days, back when Halloween Horror Nights wouldn't start till September 18th, or like those last week of September. And now I think the earliest one they started was, I think it was August. I know Disney started theirs August 10th with their Halloween parties, and the Halloween Horror Nights started like a couple weeks after that. So again, to me, just to fill in those gaps of those time frames where the crowds would be extremely low. But now they've made it every time is a good time to come to Florida, so people are still not going to be in a rush to come. This is the last month coming up for the festival, the Flower and Garden Festival. That ends, I believe, it is May. I might be wrong on this. I believe that festival ends May 21st or May 27th. I could be way off on that. I know it's in May. And then our next festival is Food and Wine, and I don't think that starts until July. So I think all of June is going to be a very clear day for Epcot. Probably be a lot of good-to-go days for annual pass holders. Probably be a little bit more relaxed. Now the only draw to Epcot for the next few months will be Frozen Ever After and Guardians of the Galaxy. And that also depends if we're not going into a full-blown recession or if not worse. And that is simply all on us. I have to tell everyone this. This is just something that's been in my mind for a very long time. Just because you have the money for it doesn't mean you need to do it. Always look for that deal. Always try to save $1. Don't pay for things just because someone says that's how much it is. Again, back to the housing situation here in Florida. That's one of the reasons why there's so many houses that are overvalued, because people paid what people asked for and there was no negotiation in between. If you are unsure about anything you do on your Disney vacation, get with a travel agent. Some of their services are free. We don't have any partners as of yet. I do know a couple former cast members that are travel agents. I have not reached out to them just yet to see if they want to shout out. If they are listening, though, they should go ahead and like and subscribe. I know I've sent enough memos out on our Facebook group and Facebook in general to let them know. I'm willing to get the sound out on anybody. If you are in the chats at all, go ahead and give a shout out to your channel. Or if you're a travel agent, I know we got Fast Pass Radio somewhere in the chat. He can go ahead and leave any of his information to check out his actual radio station. And when we say Fast Pass Radio, that's just not a name. That is a website, fastpassradio.com. Tune in there to check out all that hard to find Disney favorite music. And since we are going to be closing out this live stream here pretty soon, once she gets back, she'll be surprised me. I'd be surprised if we get enough for 10 or 1 cup of Beverly. Like I said, an impromptu trip. I didn't really throw it out there to let people know we were doing it. I know we've fallen by the wayside for a lot of people. But I want to throw out some other big time vloggers out there, or growing channels in itself. There is, of course, John with Fun to Be Free. He should be streaming somewhere in Walt Disney World at 2 o'clock. If you are jumping over there, if you're in here now and you're jumping over there at 2 o'clock, go ahead and give me a shout out over there. I should be trying to join his channel at some point. I'll probably leave a comment if I do have time, because, again, it's such a hectic thing when we get out of school. It's early out day, but I'm going to make a few phone calls when we get home. But, yeah, check out Fun to Be Free, wherever he is at Disney World. He is killing it right now with all his information, able to keep his chat alive and well. Also, another new YouTube channel I've recently seen is, I can't believe I forgot their name again. I think it's called Magical Adventures. I could be wrong. But they are fairly new themselves. Actually, very happy for them. They do come again later in the afternoon. I believe he is a retired veteran, and I believe his wife is, or the person he's with is a semi-retired teacher. They're casually living out the best of their lives here in sunny Central Florida. So many different Disney vloggers out there. Not a lot of Universal Studios vloggers that I've seen. That kind of shocks me, but then it doesn't, because I know there's a lot of rules with Universal Studios that some people just don't think they can do. And one of them being the fact that you cannot film on the attractions. I don't know exactly when that started, because I remember back in the 90s, everyone had a camcorder. There's so much footage of Jaws and King Kong back in the day. So I don't know. Maybe it was at the end of 2012 that they said no more cameras.
Oops.
Go ahead and tilt this out a little bit. Once again, if you are in the area, if you're thinking about coming in the next few days, it seems to be a glorious time to come. We've got some fantastic weather as of late. Go ahead and set this down. Temperatures in the mid to high 80s, but the wind definitely is helping quite a bit. But as always, make sure that you do stay hydrated at all times. I'm gonna go ahead and give another round of the usuals. Like this video, subscribe to this channel, even if you haven't enjoyed today's stream, as I've just been ranting and raving about pointless stuff. But like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that bell notification. I'm trying to get the 10 likes before the missus comes back. That ensures me 1 cup of Beverly. Not looking forward to it, but I'll take it if I can get it. Ooh, you know what? I don't even know. Hold on. Go ahead and configure this here. I think we're going to try to keep these newer upcoming streams probably under 4 hours, just so that we can at least enjoy the park before we actually start streaming anything. That's also the most important thing, to make sure that no matter what it is that we do, that it's still fun for us to do it without feeling as if we have to have a camera attached to us all day long. And again, we've seen some dramatic increase in activity in some of our videos, some of our older videos, nonetheless. I'd like to thank anybody and everybody that's been watching any of those in the past. I think I'm pretty satisfied with some of the numbers that we've been getting on a regular basis on some of our POVs and things like that. We also do enjoy the ambiance videos, so if there's anything that you've ever wanted to just play in the background to get that little feel, go ahead and do that. I know it's probably just like for me, for the most part, the ambiance videos, because I do like to just sit back and just listen to the background noises. And even though there's not a lot of people chatting this time around, that's another reason why I could say it doesn't seem that busy. I know I'm sitting on the very outskirts of Spaceship Earth on one of the benches, but usually there's a lot of chitter chatter in this area. I don't know if you guys can see the people, but it just doesn't sound like a lot of people. And I think that, like I said, I think that all theme parks are kind of feeling that pressure. We should be, I think we did decide to renew our Universal passes. We're just waiting to see if Universal Studios is going to add the Epic Universe onto the packages before we actually renew. Before we do another Universal Studios video. It's been a while it's been a little bit of time since we've been out that way. I actually think the last time we went out there, we may have actually filmed while we were doing it. We may have did a live stream while we were doing it. And it didn't seem too busy over there. Obviously the bigger rides, yes, but there's been times where we've heard the situations where Velociraptor, their newest roller coaster, has had like 40-minute waits, which is odd for that. Usually that ride keeps about 65 and up. So they're feeling some impacts to tourism the same way that Disney is. And yeah, I've also been contemplating taking the channel in multiple different directions that we talked about earlier. Maybe we won't necessarily always concentrate on Disney. We may do just random things. As I said, this time doesn't necessarily just have to refer to Disney anymore. It could be just what's going on in this neck of the woods.
Are you asleep?
But
Are you asleep?
no,
Holy moly.
I just got done running my mouth.
Are you ever done running your mouth? Can I have that camera, please? I brought you something.
Oh.
Yeah.
Just one though, right?
Yep, just one. Did you know you were getting it?
Nope.
Okay.
I do it.
Okay, hold on, guys. Okay. I was so dang thirsty, I was about to drink it myself.
Yeah, right.
I think he wears the same shirt every time we come to. Oh,
Yeah.
Chubby there saw some free Uncrustables, so Chubby got a Uncrustable.
Just trying to stall.
I swear you have that same shirt on, and every single time you drink a Beverly. All right, let's do our manure. Good stuff right there. Don't let him fool you. He likes it.
No, I did not. Oh my gosh.
They give away free Uncrustables sometimes. I don't know if you guys know that. This is a raspberry. I've never had raspberry. But I'm like, well, it's free, so.
Oh. Ah.
I'm sticky from carrying that dang Beverly. Can I have a drink?
Yeah.
I'm dying. I didn't even get 20,000 steps in today. I don't even think I ate 18,000.
Really? You went around with old showcase again, right?
Yeah, 3 full times and I didn't hit. What'd I get? Love that toothpaste backwash.
No. I swear, I think they changed. That one tastes like. Oh, I mean, like I say,
Like I say, what?
the first taste.
What?
The first taste is always vomit mixed with something else. That's like vomit and NyQuil. Like, let me get sick. Let me throw up after just drinking NyQuil and had that or Robitussin, and let that medicine get stuck in my throat as I throw up. That's what that's. Oh,
So dramatic.
that is so.
Gross. I can't eat. I don't know what to do with the sticky on my hands. I got 17,851 steps today. So,
And it lingers. That's what sucks the most.
should we sit here and have a discussion, or should we go to the car and have a discussion? It's 1:24. Do we have time?
Yeah, we got about 50. You said 124. We got like 20 minutes. Doesn't take that long. Actually, probably like half an hour.
What was so we were discussing. What did you say that you must have said something that led to the discussion about us doing YouTube together?
You mean on today?
Yeah, while I was gone. Because I said, I can't remember, I don't know exactly what was said, but FastPass says Charles just slammed a Beverly at Epcot like it was fine wine. Now he's questioning all of his life choices.
Yeah.
Sip along with this time with Charles and Jenny. Charles questions his life choices every day that he wakes up.
My problem is I question my life choices because if I would have did what I wanted to do 5 years ago, I'd be like everything I'm thinking now. It's like, oh man, if I would have did that 5 years ago, I'd be set.
Yeah.
But who would have known?
I said to them, we just had the discussion last night about whether or not we are better as a team. Because I said, do you like us as a team better, or do you like it when Charles just like listening to you talk? Because you're good at doing that, and I say I'm not very good at doing YouTube. Like you're good at it
Okay.
because
Okay.
you have a good voice, you have a lot of things to say.
That the good voice thing, that's what everybody tells me. I sometimes second guess that. Only reason I say this too. This is why I say it's better as a team. Because at least, even if you don't have anything really to say, it's something to banter, like something I can feed off of. It's not even necessarily about just reading the comments. It's just something to banter off because like we might agree on something, but then we might disagree on something. But it's not like, not like, oh, you're wrong, I'm gonna punch you in the throat. It's just casual. Like
I say that every day.
Well, yeah, but still, it's just like, it's not necessarily like, yeah, I can carry the conversation. It's like what everybody has with like their sidekicks. It's like there's this person who does all the talking, and then this person who's just kind of like keeping the conversation in tune. Because I'll start here, and the next thing you know, I'm just like, oh, by the way, I'm gonna rant over this way. And then
Sometimes
need
I forget to
something
listen, though.
Go back in. Well, I mean that's the same thing too. Like sometimes, like I'll listen to some podcasters, and they're the guy that's I can't remember how they decipher it, but the guy who's like the host, and then there's the guy that's the speaker. Well, the host is supposed to keep the speaker in line, but sometimes the host he loses he loses his spot, forgets.
Yeah.
And then the speaker will be like, "Where was I?" And the host will be like, "I honestly don't know. I wasn't paying attention."
Yeah, I forgot to listen. Don't break. Ride Track says, "Don't break the team." I forgot to tell you. Did you know Ride Track was here?
I figured he probably.
Okay.
Yeah, I figured.
Well, his excuse today, just so you know.
I mean, is he feeling any better?
First of all, he came in with his excuse ready, so I don't know. He said, "Okay, listen, today's excuse: the water heater leaked and had to dry up tons of stuff." I don't know if that's believable, but it's fine. It's fine.
I mean, I can believe it.
Anyway, Right Track says, don't break up the team. You need the back and forth of differences, views, and opinions. We definitely have different views and opinions.
Well, the only reason so this too, because I don't like again. We've come to the
What was it?
We've come to it's the Beverly. We've come to the conclusion that no, we don't want to feel as if I wouldn't mind going down to like 1 or 2 days a week with the live streams. We just don't have that audience yet. But then I don't mind doing like I was saying earlier, I don't think that we should just distinguish our channel now to just being Disney. It could just be anything that we're doing. So,
and I told him last night, this was our difference of opinion last night. I told him that it's okay for him to do other things. Like there's like so many niches out there that you could get into, and like there are other things that he could do that he would be good at. He doesn't need me to always be there with him to do it. He thinks that we're better as a team with everything, but I'm trying to tell him it's okay for him to do things that I don't need to be a part of. But he thinks, I don't know. I'm not always going to be good at the things that you're good at, though.
But I'm not really saying that you have to be like front and center, but like just be like if I'm gonna do the food videos, I mean, I'm not saying that you have to feed me, but it's like,
well, I know I wouldn't be able to be a part of that. I can't eat, I'm supporting you.
But you would just kind of be there, like navigate, like okay, here's this.
Yeah.
Because then that's kind of like I kind of get excited over the blind taste testing where, like you know what it is I'm about to eat. I have no idea. Like you get the item, I don't know what it is, and I'm gonna give again, like with the Beverly thing, I'm gonna give the honest to God truth on whether it's good or not.
Yeah.
I'll try anything, and I can easily say like, no, that's a no for me, or okay, I can see why somebody would like that.
I understand that we're Ride Tracks. We need both. It's Black Man and Robin.
See, now that's the type of stuff I need.
See, I wish I was funny.
Black man.
Did you just use this?
Yes, I did.
Okay. If I
and
was
Robin.
funny, if I were funny.
Did you say Black Man and Robin, or Black Man is Robin?
Black Man and Robin. I'm Robin.
Same thing.
Okay.
No, I'm Robin. Because I'm black. That's what black people do. We rob people.
That's so funny. Stop. You guys are ridiculous. I don't know. We're an interesting duo for sure.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking too. Like, it's always like, what do they say? It's that yin and that yang. Like we're opposites, but we meet in the middle somewhere. Like for instance, our meeting in the middle is we agree on a lot of things, especially when it comes to Disney. But then like you grew up over here and I grew up elsewhere, and it's
Yeah.
like it's that meeting of the minds. But it's, at the same time, it's like that's what's intriguing to me because it's something different. Like you're gonna experience things that I've never experienced.
Yeah.
And I've experienced things that you never experienced.
You
and
couldn't possibly get any more opposite growing up on a farm in the middle of nowhere and growing up in the concrete jungle.
Yeah.
It's just the oddest
It's
thing.
like it's the simplest of things because like there are things that you did as a child and I'm just like, really? They actually did that? But then there's things that I did as a child, you'd be like, why did you do that?
Or it's just like, that's real life.
Yeah.
We didn't have that.
Yeah.
It's an interesting combo.
But it's the same thing. Like I feel as if sometimes too, like some people who watch YouTube videos and like some people who just watch YouTubers in general, it's like they feel as if I don't get to do that, so I'm gonna watch someone else do it.
Yeah. I do get it. I'm just unfortunately one of those. Here's our biggest problem right now. Our biggest problem is that I have 100 things going on in my life, and I have a lot of people who need my attention every single day. And my phone goes off 100 times a day because someone needs me for something. And I love that, but it's a lot for me.
And I will say this, that's what's also funny too, because so when I lived in Detroit, I would say for the better part, I mean, I had a cell phone when I turned 18. From 18 to about 28, right after I left Detroit, like I couldn't put my phone down long enough without that thing ringing. And it would just be like just random stuff, like nothing important, just like, hey, what you doing? Hey, where you at? And it's like, I don't miss that. But at the same time, I kind of do, because I feel as if now in my life, every single time I move forward to do something, people, I don't want to say don't like it, but like they distance themselves from me because I'm no longer in that circle. And I'm like, I don't want to be held back to do this because you will be there.
Yeah.
I could do something else.
Um,
Because right now, the only person that's hitting my phone up is the school. Because they send me all those automated text messages.
40,000 text messages a day.
I mean, 2
Yeah.
o'clock in the morning I was going to
I know, it's so weird. I don't know. Fastpass says, Jenny, you are funny. I am the least funny person I know.
But see, the thing is, and this is the other thing too. Sometimes I feel I can be funny, but I feel as if people get around me and like it's contagious. The funny is contagious because you do say some things and I'm just like, wow, I wish I would have thought of that.
Me?
Yes.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't think of anything in general, but it's like sometimes it's like, oh, I think that's what makes it even better because you're not funny all the time. So when you do say something funny, it's just like, damn. Like, why did I think of that?
I don't know. Right Track says, I first came across your channel last year when you were at Universal. My first impression was they are both equally fun company. A year later, I found the channel again and stay tuned for both of you. I get it. Like, honestly though, I think we're very likable people. I think we're good, genuine people.
I'm a flavor of the week though. Like some people like me 1 minute, and then next you know, like if I don't talk to them every single day, then it's just like, oh yeah, we were friends.
Oddly, we don't have a lot of friends. We really don't have any friends. But I think that we're the most. It seems odd to me that people wouldn't like us.
Well,
we're just likable people. Like I'm a smartass sometimes, but other than that,
We have friends, but everybody's in so many different directions. We can't concentrate on just like we've bounced around various locations over the past 8 years, but at the same time, it's like
sometimes yeah.
everybody has someplace else that they're at. You're like, we're working
Yeah.
over here, they're working over there, they're
yeah.
doing this.
It's true.
We have our kids, they have their kids, and they two different directions.
And I think a lot of people like us because we are honest. Probably too honest for this channel.
I mean, you'd be more honest than I would. I mean, I won't sugarcoat things, but at the same time, I'm not going to be like punch you in the throat direct. I mean, you're more like a pinky finger right into the esophagus, I'm gonna watch you sit there
Then-
gag for breath, and then I'll call for help.
Okay, then don't do stupid stuff. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I mean, as truthful as I could be earlier when I was talking about like etiquette, like, you know, like for instance what I said earlier, if anybody's paying attention, when you come to the park and you know you're taking the tram, don't unpack your stroller, or you know don't put everything in the stroller knowing you have to fold the stroller back up. It's like like don't come to Disney and you don't realize to the cast member, oh, I don't have my ticket.
My toxic trait is telling you you're dumb right to your face. Quit doing stupid shit.
And it's not like in an offensive way. It's just like
I mean
it's
it in the
it's
nicest possible way.
It's like in Friends. It's like you're dumb.
Quit being dumb, and I wouldn't look at you like that. Dang. Oh man.
Now tell me this:
Okay.
is it busy at all?
Right here?
Yeah, like is
No.
there anybody really? Because okay, so like I was saying earlier, typically there's a lot of chatter going around this area. Like I can always hear people. This time, I mean, other than that obnoxious noise, it just sounds like
That was a gate.
I know what it is. I opened that gate playing. But I'm just saying, it's like,
You're like so annoyed by the gate.
because when I worked here, we barely ever opened that gate. I'm surprised that so many cast members are just blah 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 in and out of that gate.
It was custodial and a plaid.
Great, yeah. Well, 'cause, like we would open that gate because we'd have to drive the truck, and we'd have to take the truck to the front. We would open up that gate. But like I'm sitting here listening, I'm just like, it does not sound busy here at all. And that kind of went on to my ranting about, you know, how it's not just Disney, it's Universal Studios. We're all kind of it's a slower time right now.
Yeah. Right Track says, I guess in trying to figure this out, the question is for you two to answer. Who is this channel for? Because I know it's for me. Who do you think it's for?
Well, I took it as really for both of us because, like, my big thing. Okay, I'll say this: it's for both of us, but it is for me because, like, I've been trying to get back to work at Disney for the past, what's it been, 6 years now, and they just had me on this medical leave back and forth for all this time, and it's like I'm not used to not having a job. I'm not used to not making money, and so YouTube seemed to be an outlet for that. So like I was very happy when we got monetized. I'm very happy to, like, I'm addicted to it because there's money to be made. I just can't grasp it right now. And so I'm always checking our analytics. I'm always kind of happy to see, even though it's a little bit at a time, it's still like, it's satisfying for me to feel like, okay, at some point in time, this will pay off and I'll feel very happy that I can still do something. Because I mean, it's a strike to the manhood. You know, when you can't bring home when a guy can't bring home a paycheck of some sort.
And
So,
I love
yes.
that you get up so early. I mean, not that you get up so early, but the fact that you get up so early and your brain is always working on the
Yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
I love that for you because I can't dedicate any time to do that.
Yes.
And I think you enjoy doing that. I can't do that. I don't have time.
And that's the thing too. I'm addicted to data, and I don't even believe in data. I always say like, data is here, but then there's so many factors that can change how that data was taken in. But so like I look at the analytics and it's like in my mind it's like, okay, this says this, but what's it really saying? Like that's how my brain just operates. So like I said, I'm on the social media and I'm trying to be involved with other Facebook groups, just trying to get the channel out there. Like I keep getting the notification that like, yeah, we reached 2 new viewers. I'm like, okay, that's good for me because 3 months ago we had nothing. We had nothing going
Yeah.
to that Facebook page
Okay, let
at
me
all.
catch up real quick.
Okay, go ahead.
Fastpass said, you guys are hilarious. Honestly, anyone else might have been offended if someone said Black Man and Robin. I mean, I guess so. We're not offended.
Can't be offended by that. I mean, it's,
Yeah.
Okay, and I say this all the time. I've been saying it for years. In some situations, it's not a stereotype if it's true.
He
I
always
can't-
does say that.
I mean, it's
so
like, I can't, like if it depends on the level of what, it depends on how someone says something. I could take it the wrong way. But at the same time, like if someone would say like, oh, all you like to do is drink Kool-Aid. Yes, I do. Like, oh,
yeah, I'm not touching that.
you like fried chicken?
Or the chicken.
Duh. Like, okay. Like, you know,
Yeah.
as long as it's not a hateful speech towards it. It's
That's
not,
what I
you
always
know.
say. I don't care if like people show up to roast us, as long as you're not intentionally just being a douche.
I mean, like, for instance, and I know someone's probably going to be butthurt about this. I mean, it's not going to be anything crazy. But, like, you know, like, I always found it hilarious. I never understood the racist term, porch monkey. I didn't know what, I mean, I was just like, what does that even mean? Until one day I realized I'm sitting in Detroit, right in front of Bama's house, and I'm just sitting on the porch, just watching traffic go by, and there's a chicken bone in my mouth. And I'm
You had a
just
chicken bone in your
I had
mouth?
a chicken bone in my mouth. And I'm like, I'm sucking on the gristle and everything, and I'm looking around just like, oh my gosh. I think that's the time I realized it's not a stereotype if it's true. I am sitting here sucking on gristle on a chicken bone, sitting on a porch watching traffic.
Okay, I gotta get caught up with the. I'm in
I
shock
was
right
doing
now.
that before Friday.
Oh god. Okay. Right tracks. And audience-wise, who do you think is your audience?
That I don't know.
I think our audience is just people who want to see what's going on.
Yeah.
You want to feel like you're at Disney World without somebody sugarcoating it.
Like, as of right now, like, I feel as if, like, we have, because we, again, I always check the analytics on this. We have a lot of people that casually watch our channel, even though they don't comment or anything like that, and that's fine. I feel as if it's because right now, because it's Disney content, that's the kind of people that we do attract. But then some people that continuously come back, it's not even about the, now some people, they do come back, they are looking for specific Disney content. I want to keep doing that for those people in a sense. But at the same time, it's like, there might be somebody that, like you said, it's the honest opinions that they want. Like, we've had a lot of comments on people that will say, you know, they like our review of whatever restaurant we went to years ago because it wasn't sugarcoating. You know, we didn't say, oh, this is an amazing place. It's like, it's good, but
Yeah.
I'm not going to break my neck for it. You know?
Yeah.
Like how we just had an honest review. I love the fish and chips at Yorkshire. Do I think that was worth $14? Now, that particular meal, mine?
Yeah.
Yes. That was a good piece of fish and some good fries. Would I do that all the time? Because we've had a couple of issues where it's like, this is it?
Well, the problem is it used to be $11.99 or $10.99, and you got two
$10.99.
pieces of fish. So
Yes.
I always have, my brain always goes back to that. But
And that's why I'm going with the channel too. That's why the title, I started talking about how things have just gotten so expensive and it doesn't make sense. Like, we were, at one point in time, we were paying $2.50 for a box of popcorn, and now it's like $6.
is it really?
Yeah,
My God.
It's the same, but it's the same popcorn. I heard the guy, when we were walking from Yorkshire to the front of the park, I heard a guy say, he was like, he told his daughter, like, I'm not paying $8 for a pretzel. I'll take you to the store and buy all the damn pretzels you want.
Yeah.
That's what he said. I'm just like,
Yeah.
I can agree with that.
Okay, I've got to read you these because we got to go soon.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, what did you say? Fastpass said that's why you were upset with Disney. And then he said, we need more people like you in this country, Charles. And then he said, Charles is right. I always sleep under my cactus. I'm not saying anything. I'm not saying anything about anything.
It just reminds me though, like, you know what's a big thing about that too? This is why I loved Dave Chappelle from the get-go. Dave Chappelle, he can get that moment where it's like, okay, this is how it is. I'm gonna say this. It's gonna be offensive, but you're gonna laugh at it, and that's what it is.
Yeah.
George Carlin, same thing. Sorry.
Red Tracks. I ask all that because this channel reminds me of Rick's Flicks, who streams at Universal. He never writes anything, just walks and chats, yet super popular. Yeah, he is.
He is. And that's the other thing too, because, and I can understand why he can't do too much at Universal, because Universal has become so strict with all their rules. I don't know how he can navigate over the copyrights and stuff like that. But then that's kind of like the biggest thing, because he's like, most of these other guys, they're out here, they want to get super famous. I'm over here just like, I just want to get paid.
I just want to get paid.
And Rick Flicks is like that. He's just casually doing it. He's not out there to do anything for anybody. He's just going to show you this, he's going to show you that, and that's about it.
Here in Fastpass says, here in California, a double quarter pounder meal large is over $16.
Whoa.
Right Track says, well, if we're confessing stereotypes, I always carry a switchblade. I don't know what that means though. Who carries a switchblade? Talk to me like I'm dumb, because I grew up.
Talk to her like she's.
I only grew up around white
She
people.
only knows one culture, and
Can you carry Chubby's Uncrustable?
Yeah.
We'll start walking out.
do we have everything?
I hope so.
I mean, I
Oh.
lost my sanity a long time ago.
I'm gonna turn the camera around.
I mean, and like I said,
Oops. What did I? Oh my God! I just deleted everyone's messages. I'm
way
so
to go.
sorry.
What do you do, Ray?
I don't know, Ray.
Touching stuff.
Oh, it's a 70s Puerto Rican thing. Okay, I get it. I didn't know. I'm sorry I deleted everyone's comments. Again, it's what you can expect here. I'm not even going to try to undo it at this point because we're almost done.
So
Okay.
if we haven't addressed your question, you go ahead and leave it down below again.
So we have a white person, a black person, a Mexican, and a Puerto Rican. That sounds like a damn good time to me.
Sounds like a party.
Now it's a party. Is that what the guy was on the bus who had the knife and
You know what? In Adventures of
in
Babysitting?
Adventures of Babysitting? Don't with the Lords of Hell.
I don't know. I can't even
Thank
picture
you.
that.
Bye.
Did he say see you tomorrow? Does he know?
Is that what he said?
It sounded like he said
Oh, I don't.
see you tomorrow.
See you
I'm like,
tomorrow.
is that how Casper is?
Listen, I'm not coming here tomorrow.
Don't judge me.
You don't know me.
We're not going to be here tomorrow. We're going to be in Hollywood Studios. Thank you very much.
That's right. Well, he might be there too.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Oh man,
Goes
y'all.
to show how much we're on camera. Disney's watching like, oh, here they come again.
Oh, for God's sake.
Blackie and Blondie.
Blackie and Blondie. You're gonna offend your own culture. You can't blame it on me because I'm not saying
offend our own-
anything.
I can't offend black people.
Well, I don't know. I hope I didn't block you guys from messaging now. Crap. I don't know how I undid it last time. Oh, do I just click on it?
Maybe.
Unhide user. There we go. Did I only do it to FastPass? I did. This time I did it to FastPass instead of Ride Tracks.
That's what happens when you're loyal to the channel.
Hide user. No, I don't want to do that.
We'll just be disrespectful.
Put user.
Disrespectful.
I can put them in timeout. Did you know that? If I click on
yeah,
there,
I think I did. Okay.
I'm gonna put you guys in timeout if you're not
I'm
good.
not gonna say the name, but there's another. So I got. This is the other thing too that gets me caught up sometimes when we wake up too early. I get caught up in some of the YouTube drama, and so.
I think I did. I think I took FastPass out of the chat.
Oh.
I did. FastPass, I'm so sorry. Crap. Go ahead. What were you saying?
So I
Crap.
sometimes get caught up in the YouTube drama, and so a particular YouTuber, not gonna say his name, but yeah, I found out that he does a lot of stuff
Okay.
in his chat,
Uh-huh.
where he just like will straight up just like not allow the person to chat.
Okay.
He'll call them out and everything.
Oh, geez, that's embarrassing.
And so then that person went on and they made another YouTube channel, and really took liberties on him, especially with his
What'd you say?
recent.
Nope, we're good, but thank you.
Thank you.
What did I say to him? I said, what'd you say? God. Jesus, Lord help me. Sounds like a joke. A white girl and a black man walk into a bar with a Mexican and a Puerto Rican. Oh my God, that's so funny.
Oh, maybe that's.
Oh
that's-
man,
that's
that
how
is
we should-
hilarious.
That's how we should label our. That's how we should title our shows. Like how Friends, like just be like a black man and a white woman walking to Disneyland.
Hey, at least they can walk in together nowadays.
Yeah,
Used to, you couldn't do that.
those days are over.
It's weird how we got here in society. I gotta make sure okay. Too much offense about everything. I worked with 2 Archie bunkers. It's your side. In my last job. If I ever chose to go to HR, they'd be fired. But it was amusing to me. That's hilarious. I don't know how people are so dang offended.
Hot.
Okay.
It's hot.
It's getting hot in here.
Getting toasty.
So take off all your clothes. Sorry. Okay, gotta wrap it up.
All right, what time is it?
Okay. I don't know. What time is it?
Oh.
1:50.
Oh, yeah, okay. So let's go ahead and wrap it up. Yeah, I would say we got 10 minutes, but no, it's all right. I mean, so if you don't want to. Real quick, I'm gonna say again, no long live stream tomorrow. It's up in the air on Friday.
We're planning to do Friday. Why is bro touching my back end back there?
Oh,
No, either.
is it gone?
Yeah, it is interracial couple day.
I don't
They're
know.
everywhere.
They're everywhere.
tap off. Hair's everywhere. Anyway, we'll probably be live Friday.
Don't know where though.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I would say it'll probably be again, depending on what time it is, I'll probably just be chilling out in a shaded spot while she does her thing.
Yeah.
I will try to figure out this tablet, even though I won't be able to really do it until we're actually back on property. So
Yeah.
really, I just gotta figure out what the heck the settings are.
Yeah. All right, we gotta go get these dang kids. Ride Track says, have a good one, everybody. Thank you. You too. Thank you for hanging out with us, and we will see you next time on Dis-cussion.